Hi, Robert.
Hey, let me grab. Hey. All right, so I printed out a new one that didn't have any notes on it, and then so I'll just write stuff like it's still the original one that we're working with today. And then I have all the the one that I marked up where I had parentheticals
Okay.
of how I thought some lines should be read. But did you? You'll be a part of the conversation and stuff too. I won't be like, I'll say, and like, and Brandy, what do you think of that? But I think, so this is what I'm imagining. So I'm thinking, we'll have them do, I guess, like read it through, naturally, however they would read it, right? Without any sort of like direction, and see how the two of them sort of bounce off each other. And we could come, and maybe we can break it down like a page. I would think maybe a page at a time, right? And we'll say, okay, now can you guys just read us the first page, right? And then from there, then we'll like have them read the first page, and then you and I can come in with like, and I mean, if you, I don't, so you're an actor, so how do you feel about like if someone were to read a line and you say, stop, wait, can you try that again with, like, or fun, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I want them to, I trust them. I
Yeah.
trust them. So I want them to find the moments themselves. We can guide them, but I want them to find the moments. So we can do like the read through all the way through.
Yeah.
And then we can go back and do beat by beat.
And then go page by page.
Yeah, like, well, or more so, yeah, page by page or beat by beat.
So you're thinking, wait, when you say beat by beat, do you mean like go like line by line?
Like, for instance, auditions. Okay, well, let's go back to the editing. I so appreciate your time, but I'm thinking that when I'm reading it, I'm wondering, some of the changes make the characters change, and some of the additions are things that the actors would deliver or would to understand, would to deliver like subtext. So and we never talked about the story, like what is the heart of the story. So I'm just asking, or I want to ask you, what do you feel is the heart of the story? Like what is this play about? Like
Now,
how do you feel?
yeah, now I'm being quizzed. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna pass this test. I'm gonna try to pass this test. But if I get it wrong, hopefully you'll forgive me, right?
Yeah, there's not, yeah, I just,
Okay.
yeah.
So I talked about this with the couple people that I read the script over with, and I was bouncing off ideas with. I want to say that this is about accepting yourself and being willing to love yourself. Uh, and and I think that like through the like sort of like extension of that, this sort of, I would say this friendship is sort of like a metaphor for, in a sense, I know that obviously they're two real people, but in a sense, Pearl's almost like sort of a metaphor of like the good angel on, Ruwenzori's shoulder, who really needs to push her into the direction of like self-acceptance.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that interpretation?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that in a sense, I think that maybe Ruwenzori maybe sees like, she doesn't feel comfortable with her natural beauty, right? And I think that for Pearl to be like, convinced that Ruwenzori really loves herself. She really wants her to give it all up. She wants to do this like burlesque show, you know what I mean? Like put it all on the table. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Willing to wear her natural hair and be willing to like be naked on stage. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And just like that, and then just embrace like, the full like I am beautiful.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And just a backstory on her issues with her hair, that is something that runs really deep and within her and within the community and within especially Black women. So that is very much the heart of the story. And then with Pearl, obviously she has her own issues, and the way that she deals with them is through her alcohol, her partying. Um, and so it's like the trigger for her was the her friend coming and kind of pulling the veil back on her wonderful life that she has, but has warts and stuff like that that she's not willing to look at just yet. So so yeah, that's exactly it. Um, yeah. So with that, I don't feel that any of the edits are necessary. Um, I know that the well, you had mentioned this like where they are, but I feel that when you're in the place, you don't necessarily reference the place too much. So I'm okay with that. And then with the names, um, I did have her sprinkle in like
Rue.
yeah, her nickname for Rue. And I don't feel that we need to, I don't feel like they would call each other by their names too much. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm okay with that. Um, yeah, and everything else that you put in, I trust that the actors will pick up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, I get that. I think that, yeah, it's I understand that a lot of the play is very it's subtextual, right?
Yes, yes,
And
yes, yes.
so we're going to have faith in the audience that they will be able to like pick up, right? Everything that we're laying down
Yeah, yeah, faith in the audience, but most importantly, faith in the actors. Because
today.
yeah, because I when I was writing this, I did not want to have to necessarily have a history lesson on like
Black women's
what's
hair.
really yes, and what's really at stake. Like I didn't want like I just wanted to write from my point of view, from my heart to people who will get it, not necessarily like, you know, opening it. If people don't get it, then they don't get it. Then that's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's my that's my view on the writing.
Okay. So, do you want to, okay, everything you're telling, like you're telling me like about like what you see like is like the themes and motifs like of the play, and then even kind of what we talked about like a little bit last night about some of the like, history of like the characters of um Pearl moving away to New York, and Rue was left in California. Do you want to talk about that at all, like with the actors? I was like, I had this. You do?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just to build a foundation of
Yeah.
where of their trust, love, and understanding of each other. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to like start out the conversation at noon by uh sort of handing the like microphone over to you first and say, hey, like, can you, Brandy, as the playwright, can you tell everyone, what this play means to you? What do you
Yeah.
think are the foundations of this, like this play? And you tell us a little bit about like what's not on the page. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I like that. Yeah, because I want us to my experience with this past Red Oleanders when I was on that cast, and the director really took the time to make sure that all the actors were on the same story and were telling the same story. So yeah, so I like that approach. So um since this is a very I mean, all topics are sensitive, but since this is sensitive to me,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that that is coming across, like the tension between Pearl needing Rue to understand that this idea and feeling that she has about herself may not necessarily be coming from her. This is also, this is all like subtext.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that tension, not being able to really fully say, baby girl, systematic racism, like blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
That's not really the point here, but it needs to be in the actor's bones and bodies. So that tension is what I really want to play with. That the sensitive topic of hair and how two women are going to experience that. And then the tension with Rue of how are you going to tell me when you're not, when you're not living truthfully? So yeah, so those are the tensions I want to play with.
Also,
Um,
yeah, I mean, it's about, in a sense, like it's about like black female beauty, right? And like and like one, and womanhood, and also like your hair, but also your appearance, like sort of being like, like an extension of how you feel about yourself.
yes,
Right?
yes, absolutely, yes. And it doesn't, and it doesn't, you don't have to wear an afro to like prove to people that you love yourself. That's not the point here. The point is that you can wear an afro without feeling disgusted or to understand why you don't like it. You don't have to like, that's not it. It's just accepting the natural state. But you don't, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I didn't want to cut you off. What else were you gonna say?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that yeah, that's the point.
Yeah. So in a sense, like, like if this, this play specifically, um, you're sort of speaking to young black women, right?
Yeah, that would
And
be definitely the target audience. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
and to, tell them to, embrace their natural hair, embrace,
Mhm,
right? Embrace their
mhm.
natural beauty, and don't be afraid of like their natural, like, like, right?
Yeah,
Natural hair, right?
yes, yes. Like,
'Cause I know this is a big conversation in the black community, right?
yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
a
And
conversation of
you,
hair and women who, black women who wear like fake hair, and right.
yes, yes, yes. And yes. So that and do, do you, as they say, but understand why you're doing you. Like if you're wearing the weaves, if you're wearing braids, if you're wearing your hair straight, make sure that that is coming from you and not because you cannot stand looking at your natural hair. Yeah. Yeah. And your natural hair meaning like the extension of you, because that is you. That's how you were born. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. So you're not saying necessarily that like it's like you're demanding that like all, like, all black women like are never like allowed to, right, like, wear fake hair, wear, put it whatever they want on their head, but you're saying that like don't do it for the wrong reasons, right?
Yes.
Don't do it
Yeah.
because you don't love yourself, or you love the way that you naturally look, or or be afraid of the way that you look.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Because when I originally wrote this, Pearl was in a wig, but then,
In the original, a
yeah,
month or two ago, yeah.
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 But then it was like this, it was like questions about that. And I'm like, that's not the point. So I just like took that out because, yeah. So now I want to stretch this out into like a full length play. So I can
We
like,
were talking about this last night, yeah.
yeah, so I can add all that. But yeah, that is the point. Yeah. And so that goes in with the line where she's talking about black joy black girl magic and what that is. And she's saying it's not the blanket statement of the dashikis and everything, unless that's what you prefer. So yes, that's exactly the message there. And that's where the story came from. Fun fact is that I was in a meeting and this girl said something about why something like, yeah, if I do something, someone says, "Ooh, girl, that's black girl magic." Why I don't, why are they putting that on me? She was a Black girl. So I thought, oh, interesting. Like some Black girls don't like that term, but what is that term? It's just joy. So that's where the story came from, because I was like, no, that's not, that's like, it's just language, it's language, like that's connotations that other people are putting on it, like, ooh, Black girl magic. No, it's just joy. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Well,
So yeah.
that's interesting. So you're saying like it's almost people are trying to build like a definition or like a label around it. Like you're saying it's a dashiki, right? Or it's like specifically, wearing your hair like in this certain
Yes.
like natural way, or it's
Yes.
embracing, like you said, like you write in the play, like like African roots and stuff like that. But it's not any of that. It's something more spiritual, intrinsic, and something sort of undefinable, like that just lives inside of you, right?
Yes. Yes.
Lives inside sort of like of the Black diaspora.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Um, so yeah, I mean, I agree with the thing you were just saying previously, because I think this play is, in some ways bursting at the seams, and it deserves to be a full length play.
Thank
You
you
know what I
for
mean?
that.
And I was
Yeah.
literally on your, per our conversation last night, I was looking at what Columbia's MFA requirements were. So it's one
Mhm.
full length play. Do you have any like full length play? I know this is getting off topic, but from our thing, but it kind of is on topic.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I
Okay,
do have
okay,
one
good.
that I worked on because I did do this series, the ABC series for the playwriting.
Okay,
So yeah, I do have one. Yeah.
okay. And yeah, and then so it's either one full length play or then two one act plays.
Ah, okay.
But you have options. But yeah, this would be like a great play that if you have the time before you start working on submissions in September, October, to like expand this, because there is such a rich backstory for these characters. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yeah,
And
yeah. I'm
I've seen
falling in love with them.
yeah, and well, and I see that because I've seen plays that like are like one act plays that are like 30 minutes long that like really should be 10-minute plays, and
Ah,
I've seen 10-minute plays that deserves to be like full length plays and deserve to be 100 pages, because
yeah.
there's so much to in this play there's so much to unpack here,
Yes,
what I mean?
yes,
And
yeah.
it's only so much you're going to be able to say in 10 minutes.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. That's why I really had to just, stay on the spine and try to not like go too many different ways, but and at the same time, there is so much there underneath. Yeah. Yeah. And that's kind of how I'm learning that I write anyways. I'm very, yeah, I'm all about the subtext for sure.
Uh, my 10-minute play that's going to be going up. I wrote it in my intermediate playwriting class with Kate Anger, and so and then by the end of that quarter, there were so many questions like about the 10-minute play, because it's all about
Mm.
like it's all about an office, and there's like 6 or 7 different characters, and like
Oh,
and Brian, he's
wow.
trying to start his own sort of religious movement, and that's a lot for a 10-minute play, right?
Right, right, right.
Oh yeah. So the final version by the end of the end of the intermediate playwright workshop, I ended up expanding it to about 58 pages. So now it's like a full hour, and there's some big monologues in there. So I'm sure it would read like at an hour 10 or like an hour 15. So I consider it basically a full length play now. You know what
Exactly.
I mean?
Exactly.
And I see that I see that for this one as well.
Awesome.
Uh,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
and so yeah, on that note, hopefully you didn't think that I was when I went in with like sort of my red pen, that I was trying to undo like any of the sort of natural ways that these characters like speak to each other. I think there were like I saw that there were things like lying underneath like the surface, and hopefully you'll see with some of the lines I was just I was being I was you know expanding on what I saw was like the under like the storyline that was lying underneath the surface.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. And I would just prefer the actors to deliver that.
Yeah, but yeah,
Mhm.
deliver just in their performance without necessarily it having to
Yeah.
be on the page.
Yes. exactly. Yeah. In pauses, in silence, in attack and retreat, whatever tactics they use. But at the end of the day, these two characters love and adore each other, you know? So there's a lot of love as well. Yeah, even though there's very much a lot of tension with things said or whatever. Yeah.
Um, okay, so let's see, we have about 30 minutes before we go into our meeting. If I don't know when sometimes the Zoom meetings expire on me, and then I have to start like a new one. But if
Oh, okay, okay.
this one, I mean, if this one keeps going, I'll send this Zoom link out and I'll bring up, I'll
We'll
bring,
just expand.
yeah, we'll just bring everyone in about 30
Okay.
minutes. Like, but so
Yeah. Do
looking
you
at,
want to do
what do you want to do?
like the kind of like the rhythms or the beat by beat, like where the characters are, or what, how do you want to?
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So
so okay, so for the first line, auditions were murder today. I don't know how to do this. I never done this before.
okay, this is one thing I was asked because we talked a little bit. I consider blocking to also be hand motions and things like that, right? Anything where the actor has to do anything aside from say the words. I wanted to ask because I don't know if we got to the conclusion of that conversation last night, but when it says, can you go to page 3?
Yeah.
So you see where it says that like Pearl says pours another round.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said you don't want, I just want to be on board with you. You said that that the act, you don't want the actor to pantomime. You don't want the actor.
Yeah, yeah.
So that, right. So we don't necessarily have to have her like, actually physically trying to like pour drinks or anything, right?
Right.
They could just say, do you imagine that they could just say the words? She doesn't have to.
Yeah. Yeah. If it doesn't, since I know, I might be like, oh yeah, people understand. But if it's not if
This is what we
when
can
they
put Philadelphia in for. Shoot, well, we can ask her opinion as well.
exactly,
Once we do that 10-minute reading, and we could say, okay, Philadelphia, like hearing it out loud for the first time, do you think that like does it confuse people where we have these physical gestures that we might not even have the actors do? Is that gonna confuse the audience?
yeah,
This
exactly.
is what I was talking about last night. I think there are good ways to bring her into this process because she's probably been in the theater. I mean, you've been in the theater world longer than I have, but she's probably been in the theater world longer than both of us. So she'll
Yeah,
have a little bit of expertise of like, the nuances and some of the technicalities of the stage. You know what I mean?
absolutely. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Because if that's the case, then I can put in something like um no thanks. Um, I can't think right now, but not another drink right now, or something like that. Like I can put that into the dialogue.
Okay. Yeah, that's why. So I will have. So I recorded last night's Zoom meeting. We have this recording, and then hopefully, then we'll do the recording of today and tomorrow's rehearsal. I will send you the recordings, especially the
Okay.
one of today's rehearsal, because
Okay, awesome.
if you have like ideas in your mind, if you're like, okay, how did that go today? Okay, was that clear? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
yeah.
was that confusing and stuff like that? You don't have to remember a whole 2 hour like conversation or a 2 hour rehearsal. I want you to have that recording and you'll be able to reference back to that. And if there are places that you need to then go back and like either make something, like more clear in the
Verify.
dialogue,
Yes,
you can,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
By the way, I get that, and this is repeating something from like last night that I said, but like my play is at least that I tried to actually convince my director to like take out like all the hand gestures and the blocking and all that kind of stuff, but it's so like caked into like like the play and like the comedy of it and stuff like that.
Yes.
He was trying to make my vision come alive, which I understand. The only problem is that now is because we have a cast of 4 actors, and I told you one of our 4 people
Yeah.
hasn't been into the rehearsals. So it's gonna be like super chaotic when she comes for tech on Tuesday, and she's like been written into like 80% more of the play, and she has like 15, 20 new lines, and she And she also needs to do all this do all this blocking where she's going to be like handing people sets of car keys, everything like that. So
Okay,
when you see my play on Wednesday, just go like this. It might, well, I'm, yeah.
No, it's gonna be fun. It's like, where the imagination comes alive and what
Yeah.
you can do with the reading. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think whether it goes good or bad, it's going to be like a great learning experience because I'm in the
Yeah.
advanced playwriting workshop right now with Kate Anger, and I'm actually trying to do the least amount of stage directions like
Yes.
possible. Like I introduced like a narrator character who goes like, and then Robert slapped Jimmy, and then
Oh,
and then Jimmy crashed the car, because that's a
to
lot.
work around.
I was like, I cheated. I basically cheated. I was like,
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
and yeah. And so I was like, because I was like, oh my God, I was like, from a a film perspective, whatever, it makes like so much sense because it's such a cinematic medium. But
Mm,
plays are so much about the dialogue that all this
yes.
the actual, and most plays don't have a $20 million budget. Most plays aren't like a Broadway musical like Wicked or Hamilton or something.
Right.
So it's like,
Right.
um yeah,
Exactly.
so you have to really,
Exactly.
now I'm kind of writing more like an indie like film director, like an indie playwright. I'm like, okay, this is like going to be some very, very $500 small budget thing, like in a little
Yeah.
indie theater. And I'm trying to like take away all the I'm trying to write it like really practically, like something that's actually producible.
Yes.
But then
Yes.
so I want to give that compliment to this play because I don't know if the characters in a full length, if they would stay in the bar the entire time, you would make that decision, but right. But
Yeah, yeah, that would be the fun of it. Yeah. Where could they go or whatever? Hmm.
exactly. Yeah. And you put them in New York City. So there are like so many possibilities and stuff. And they have this like, you could have Ruwenzori, like, actually going to her auditions, and we got that. Maybe we
Yeah,
could right,
yeah.
but the scene right before this, everything.
Totally.
And then, yeah, there's a world that kind of exists after these 10 minutes are over, and a world that kind of exists previously to these, you know what I mean?
Oh,
And then,
yes.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, okay, so we just talked about like sort of the pantomiming and stuff, and we're gonna hold off on that for today, and we're gonna
Yeah.
just let the actors just speak the words, let it feel very
Yes.
organic, and and so I'll tell them that, like, as the director, I'll let them know, I'm like, just by the way, just like, ignore the stage directions, really focus on the words. That's really there for you to like, it's there for you to know what's happening in the scene and to put that into the performance. But this is a very, very, like, easy, 10-minute live reading. We're not
Yes.
trying to stress you out. Just really, like, focus on giving the best, like, performance and as possible, and just put that in the dialogue.
Exactly.
I'll talk to them about that.
Yeah, embody the character and put it into the dialogue and into your words and how you choose that. Yeah, the only thing I want read as of right now is just that beginning part. And everything else, like in the parentheses, are, yeah, exactly for the actor to know.
Oh, cool. So wait, hold on. So are we allowed to? Well, actually, let's talk to Philadelphia about that today. I want to ask her, like, about that first stick. Is that a stage direction? What do you call it? Is that
Yeah, yeah,
that sets up the world? Okay, so we'll
yeah.
find out if because they will be the only to be. I'll ask Philadelphia, and I'll say, and then maybe if Jade or Dania
Dania.
can, yeah, is it Dania?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. I don't want to go to the meeting today and calling her by the wrong name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, Dania and Jade. Okay.
Mhm.
So, have you worked with either of these two actors before?
I've worked with Dania on Men on Boats.
Okay.
Yeah, and then actually Jade, I'm working with her because I'm directing Still, the play Still.
Okay, and Jade was cast in that
And
one.
Jade is a character there, yeah. So I'm familiar with her just through Zoom through that work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so your other play, Still, the one that you're directing, it's been all Zoom rehearsals?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a little better. Okay, good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because on top of everything, I commute, and that would just be like,
Are you coming from LA?
no, I'm coming from Apple Valley.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, you're like, okay, I'll be home in 6 hours. I'll call you when I get home. I'm like, I'm 5 minutes around the corner. You want to do a little in-person session? You're like, I love you for that, but you're like, it's not practical.
Exactly. I'm just looking at the end time, like when will I walk through that door?
I want to
Oh,
get
and
home
that's
by
getting later and
4
later.
a.m. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, okay, let me jump in just to the my sort of like, line read.
Yeah, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, yeah.
And I'll tell you, and then you could be, you could tell me, yay,
Yes, because
nay.
there are very specific moments where I need the actors to have a moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I there's like here there's little things in here. I think that, oh, let's talk for a second. Let's talk about pacing, right?
Yes, yes.
Uh
Yeah.
so do you want like, because when I've read this a couple times with like two or three different friends. I read the script last night with my roommate,
Oh,
and
fun.
so yeah, because I also wanted to hear it out loud and stuff like that, and so what is the what is the what's the pacing here? Are we like, because I there are some parts where there's dot dots, you know what I mean, and then
Yes.
parts where it seems very obvious to me that they are like kind of interrupting each other and almost jumping at each other.
Yeah, exactly. So for instance, yeah, so on the first page of one, where it says you're obsessed with my hair, how long have you been here? Not all day. So that beat right there, when Pearl cuts her off, that's like our first signal that Pearl might be spending a lot of time in the bar. And she's picking up on that Rue might know. So she's just going to be like, mm-mm. So that definitely needs to be, she's stepping on her line there.
Yeah, so I have it written. Yeah, I have it written. Like, this is one that has like all my handwritten notes on it. I have like these slash marks that they're like between how long have you been, and then I put like a slash mark between been and here, because almost like that's when like there'll be like a cutoff moment, like on her last word, she's gonna jump on her
Ex- exactly. Yeah. So we might not even hear the here if she's really on top of it. Yeah.
I'm gonna write that on my new
Okay. Okay.
fresh script. Um, okay, and then let's see. Um, I put, and there are certain points where I put like an exclamation point. So on that, like, okay, so on that line where on the first page where it says you couldn't let her out for more than a few minutes, I almost feel that there's like, is there a little bit more maybe energy coming from like from that line? I put like a little, I wrote an exclamation point thing because I would want a little bit more emphasis like there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I just didn't want it to I didn't want to see the exclamation point
Yeah,
there.
yeah, you want, yeah.
But yes, for sure.
We'll see that. Okay, we'll try to get that out of the performance.
Yeah, because that's a little bit, that's one of the another first clue that we have, that Pearl is a little bit concerned that her hair is always in a cage.
So then, okay, so then I think the same thing. So then when the line when Ruwenzori says you're obsessed with my hair, I'm only going to write on my script, of course, but I'm seeing sort of an exclamation point there as well. But that's a line where she's going to kind of repudiate, and that's like she's going to put like a little bit more. Is she angry? Is she?
She's not angry, but when Pearl says one needs to be flexible in the city, Ruwenzori, she's talking about herself, but she's also like, she's talking to Rue about her hair. That's the subtext as well. And Rue picks up on that. So that's where the obsession with my hair comes in from. Like, you're obsessed with my hair. And then to deflect, how long have you been? Yeah, like that.
Okay. So the one needs to be flexible in the city runs. Or I have it in my script. I thought that line was almost like playful. Like, is it like kind of like a finger wagging moment? Like, one needs to be flexible when living in this city, Ruwenzori. Is it? Do you see like a playfulness there?
Exactly. Yeah. She's just yeah, one of her tactics is trying to make her understand. Yeah. Your hair does not need to be in a cage. So let's make that line light. Yeah.
Okay, and so you're obsessed with my hair. Is that then how's her response? So you said it's not angry. Is it defensive? Does she return with like a playfulness? Like she's like, you're obsessed with my hair. Like, is it kind of like a like girl, like get off it, like kind of thing?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So
Yeah.
okay. So this is kind of a jocular. Okay. Um.
Because right before that, she's like, I enough. Like, just stop. So that's another like, um, yeah, so that's another stop. But it's still, it's still light, like it's still, you
Yeah.
know, yes. Um,
So I'm gonna write that just as like a general note on let's see page one, that like, so this whole first page is sort of like a back and forth of but there's a brevity to there. It's light, it's kind of jocular, right?
yeah,
No
for
one's
sure.
actually really like angry or like we're like upset
No,
or
not
frustrated. Okay.
not yet. No, no, no,
Not
no.
yet. Okay.
Not yet. Because then it says other dancers with afros, and then Pearl, we are never alone. And then that's when Ruwenzori says a choreographer asked if mine was real. So at that moment, Ruwenzori is it's that's our first indicator that she's aware that her hair might not be such a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If mine was real, meaning like it's like so it's wonderful. Not, is that real? Like not like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, not like a like it's not an interrogation.
mm-mm.
Yeah, it's this is she's Pearl's in a sense almost it's like a teasing, right? She's kind of right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Um
Yeah, and that's why she's like, because it's perfect. Like, duh, of course people were gonna ask you if it's real because it's absolutely perfect. Um, and then that's when she says, Pearl, I didn't like it. So that's a genuine, like, I no, I don't. I
yeah,
don't.
you go to can you go to page two? Can you go to page two?
Yes.
Okay. So you see, there's a line where you'll get used to couch surfing and drinks and umbrellas and going to auditions hungover. The dot. So that's different than a slash.
Mm.
So what's happening? Is she letting her words trail off, or is she getting interrupted again?
She's not getting interrupted. She's just not finishing her sentence, but she's taking her time finishing her sentence. So Rue has an opportunity to not cut her off, but just to add to the how do I say?
No, I get what you're saying. There's you want this is not like an interruption where you want the word hungover to be cut off. It's sort of more
Yeah.
like she's still in the middle of a Pearl's still in the middle of a thought, right? And going to auditions hungover. I hope not, you know.
Yes, exactly.
She has to kind of let her words hang there,
Yeah.
for a minute, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Um,
Exactly. And same with that, the line under that, Pearl, you would with an afro, like she's about to say something, but the words aren't there yet. And then that's when Rue says, I look like a monster. And that is our really first indicator that there is a serious problem. However, Pearl responds, Rue, you're gorgeous, period. So there, I'm emphasizing the fact that, yeah, some black women may think they look like a monster, but it's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
yeah. So okay, so then tell me, and we'll get back to the dots and like the slash marks in a second. Tell me like where's the first page where you start to see frustration? Because I have it written on here. I'll tell you where mine is. I'll play my cards here. Um uh I think okay, I say this is me. I say like okay, there's page 6 where it starts to get intense for me. Um, Pearl is
Oh
good.
yeah.
crying, and that's like the moment where it starts to be maybe a little bit less playful between them.
Yes, because she says, I can, there's no way I can be beautiful with an afro. Yeah, so that is straight to the heart.
And then okay, and then we have so we're so the actress is really so Dania is so she's gonna be, do you want to like you want her to put like a strong like affectation like in her voice?
For
The
for what?
so Ruwenzori delivers the line, not with an afro. I can't be beautiful with an afro, and that like,
Mhm.
oh, that like that hit. Then that all of a sudden that hits Pearl. And so
Yeah.
is the line then uh like well I can't I'm not an actor so
Mhm, mhm.
I don't want to like I don't want to butcher it, but it's like is she so you said is she sort of like holding back, here's like wait let I can't even do it.
Yeah, 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 exactly. The only reason why she goes to the door is to not let Rue know that she's about to break down. But she needs to deliver this message, but not in tears. You know what I mean?
Okay, not okay. No, okay, so not in so when she says wait, let me lock up, there's a lot. So it's not like a wait, let me lock up. There's a lot. It's not like a it's not like a sobbing.
No, it's like, oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Wow. Like like that. Like, oh my God. Like, woo, okay. Like more like that. Yeah. And she has to make Rue understand that you can't be beautiful like how you came out of your mother. No, like that's no. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna allow that. But she cannot be in a heightened emotional state to deliver this message. So she takes that moment to lock up to reassess to get herself together.
Okay. So what about is there do you then in that case do you see maybe is there like a little bit more of like a longer dramatic pause between like do we let that line kind of sit in the air for a little bit?
Yes, yes. I want it to be like but I can't be beautiful with an afro.
Let yeah, let that let the impact of that yeah sink in.
Yes, yes, yes. So I want the actress to really imagine, I want her to, in her imagination, she's at the bar. She's going to walk to the door. She's going to lock it, turn around and start and restart the conversation. Yeah.
So okay, let's go. So what? Okay, so then what about after she says like, "Wait, let me lock up. There's a lot." So and she clears her throat,
Mhm.
and you don't want to wear the fro because is there so previous everything previously to those two lines is the are the first 5 pages is there the playfulness to it?
Mhm.
Okay, we're playful, we're friendly. Okay, that's really
Mhm.
good to know because that's a good directorial like thing that I can jump on. And
Yes.
then here, let me actually make the note on that in my other the other script.
Yeah.
Let me write that in.
And then on this one, you don't want to wear your fro because dot 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 question mark. That's more of like she wants Rue to like you want to wear your fro because like she went and then yeah.
That sorry, I'm marking each page. What is that? That's you're talking about, is that on page 6?
Yes, yes. The
Uh,
section where Pearl says, wait, let me lock up.
Okay, so then so does that then start to, at that point, if there's a tonal shift, does she
Mhm.
start to at that point get a little I was saying that it's sort of like now she's starting to turn into like, Ms. Investigator, or sort of is she
What's
going
going on here? Yeah.
is her words are a little bit more pointed, a little bit more on the offensive, right?
Yeah, not so much offensive, just like concern. There's concern.
Okay. So okay, so I'm gonna mark this right here in my script here. I gotta hold on one second. I gotta send out the Zoom link.
Oh, yeah, okay. No problem.
Give me 1 second, and then people will hopefully start jumping on.
Yes.
Um, oh wait, I'm also gonna make sure the.
Yeah.
I texted it and emailed it to everyone.
Awesome.
I'll leave my cool.
Okay.
Okay, and so okay, so then
So yeah, that's when the shift, there's a huge shift there.
okay, so then per even at the line right before, Ruin Zori says I can't be beautiful.
Mhm.
The line where Pearl says nothing crazy, all you have to do is beautiful, just be like be you.
Mhm.
Um, at that moment she's still playful, right?
Mhm.
And then okay, and then when Ruwenzori retorts that, is that line's not playful, right? Is that where she's like, is that hard hitting? Is because that
No, no, it's coming from, it's a fact.
so okay, so that's does she state it playful? Is it sort of like matter? Does she state it kind of matter of factly?
No, she's saying, no, she's saying not with an afro. I can't be beautiful with an afro. Like, it's just
Okay,
a fact.
it's
Yeah.
a statement. Okay.
It's a statement, it's a fact, and it comes so easily for her. That's what is really troubling because Rue doesn't even understand like what, the consequences of of actually feeling that way. It's so natural to have this self-loathing that it's not self-loathing. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna write, and then I'm gonna okay. So I'm just writing down for Pearl's line. So I'm gonna write that it's the this is where the I'm writing this is where the tonal shift sort of comes in.
Mhm.
And okay. And then so I'm writing that Pearl's line so that you don't want to wear your fro, because I'm writing that it sort of sounds a little bit more it's a little bit more investigative. It's a little bit more uh on the like she's now she's like actually, so it's not, I'm gonna write that it's not playful, and then this is not, now she's like actually sort of like,
Yeah, because the stakes are super high now because now she's hearing that her best friend hates herself.
okay, so I'm gonna write so it's kind of investigative, it's not playful, it's like it's really like it's questioning. Okay. And that gives sort of, and that's a little, and then that's a tonal shift from where we were before, where it was just kind of two girls kind of like powing around, because everyone
Yeah.
sort of then they're they're laughing, they're smiling, the stakes are a lot lower. um okay, and then from,
And then also real quick, when we
yeah,
get into this, if it's okay, I might message you like privately if, if I'm seeing something or something or something.
yeah.
Okay. Just
I,
let
I
me.
yeah, and yeah, definitely, if you're like, hey, well, you know what I mean, like if
Or
you,
yeah, whatever. I just don't want to like,
yeah, if you, oh, like if I'm trying to direct and like you don't want to jump in and be like, actually, like, like you don't want to sort of like cut me off at the heels.
yeah, or whatever it is, or if they're doing something and I'm like, yes, 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 or you know, whatever. Instead of like saying it to everyone, I may direct it to you in the chat.
And then I can kind of bring,
Yeah.
okay. How much do you want me to sort of like bring you into the conversation?
When needed.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've written, I feel like I've said everything I need to say on here, so I don't want to.
Oh, no, I mean, even from like a I'm the director, but at the same time, I don't mind also, like after we read the first page, I might say, like, Brandy, like,
Oh, yes.
what
Yeah,
do
for
you
sure.
think? You know,
Like, what do you think or have any questions? Yes, yeah. I would appreciate that. Yeah.
I don't want to like, yeah, I don't want you to like, me to like to, I'm not, I don't want to put like a muzzle on you, or put like, duct tape on your, maybe like, playwright, sit there, shut up, watch me destroy your creative baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. But I would prefer that first read through for them to read it all the way through.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
We
yeah.
can, yeah, so we can see where they're instinctually doing their thing, what they're picking up on, and all of that. Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to. Okay, there is an important part where I wanted to bring you into the conversation. That's like I said, to give like a little bit more of what you think is like the underlying sort of foundation of this, like of this play, and what some of the backstory of the characters. When can I bring you in for that? Can I wrap you in the beginning before we even?
Yeah, yeah, before we even start, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they can at least have a that understanding. And then they'll have that understanding and whatever homework they did, and then we can see where it's where we're starting from.
Yeah,
Organic.
I don't know about Jade, because I know that she's doing a bunch of other plays. Hopefully she'll get a chance to read. I know that Dania, I don't think she's cast anything else.
Oh, Philadelphia.
Yeah. Hey, Philadelphia. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
what did you say?
yeah, yeah, I think she is in something else. Yeah, I'm not sure her load either. I'm not sure.
Okay. And so then going on sort of from like page 6, does
Mhm.
do we stay sort of in that, that the
Yeah,
investigative
so that's
questioning?
yeah, it gets yeah, it's starting to become a little bit more and more and more and more. And then that's where Rue has to come back and defend herself and
Yeah.
call out Pearl. And yeah.
So that's kind of, yeah, that's a little bit how I was reading it, like, as well, that now it sort of becomes like a little bit more of a like a give and take. One is playing a little bit more offense, one is playing a little bit more defense.
Mhm,
You know what I
mhm,
mean? Okay.
mhm.
I'm gonna write that in as well. And so is there like another tonal shift that comes like after that? Is that kind of how it feels?
Yeah, so there, okay, so hey Deli, we're just going kind of beat by beat through the play to make sure we understand the tonal shifts and where I would like a longer pause, or where, oh, hi. Stuff like that. Did you have, I don't know. I've never like worked directly with the dermatologist. So did you have anything to say? Or welcome? I'm so glad you're here.
I like the updates that you've made. I think you give Pearl more motivation in this too.
Okay, good. Yeah, that was one of the edits that I wanted to make sure I cleared up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, go ahead. I'll listen to what you guys are talking about, and
Okay.
if I think of something, I'll chime in here.
Okay, thank you.
Wanna,
Okay, so.
no, continue. So where's the next tonal shift? So we're
Okay, so
middle of page 6, there's a tonal shift, and then now we're playing a little bit of offense and defense.
yeah.
I haven't written up to like page 9 that we're still sort of playing that, but obviously there's a reconciliation at the end, right?
Right.
Out of their sort of adversarial sort of back and forth. So where does that shift come for you?
Well, I suppose so. Hold on.
You can get
Didn't stop. Wounded spirits, your first night agony. Focus on modern, you'll be naked. It's not happening. What have they done to you? You're beautiful. Get someone else. The thing is, when you want to capitalize, I'm asking you to love yourself. Okay, so on page 7,
okay.
towards the end, when Rue says, you want to capitalize on my Black Girl magic.
Hello.
At the end of okay, the end of page 2.
Yeah, Jade.
Okay, so the third to last line of page 7, you want to capitalize on my Black Girl magic. Do you think that's
another like
shift?
banger line? Yeah. And then that's really where Pearl needs to just be like, okay, this definition has gotten out of hand. I need to wrangle it and make this girl understand that it's just joy. That's it. And then because Rue is having to deal with the mirror that, oh shit, you're saying I don't like my, what? So then she flips it and says, okay, well, what about you? You would know. So that would be another shift. Yeah.
A tonal shift sort of are we thinking
I'm not
is it anger?
just
Anger? Is it like
it's just a beat, like that's another beat.
It sounds almost kind of like deflective, or like a counter, like attack.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. She's changing her tactic to where, okay, let's not talk about me right now. Let's talk about you.
Yeah, because it seems like at that point, then Pearl starts to sort of go on the defense.
Yeah, because their relationship, obviously Pearl is a more outspoken one and Rue is a more quieter one or whatever. So this is where Rue really, she's got to put on her big girl pants, and it's a bit uncomfortable for her to stand up to Pearl, but she's got to do it because she tried to do it where, how long have you been here at the bar? So that's that journey. And so now she's really going to be able to address Pearl's issues, or what Rue sees while she's been there, which has only been like a week or so, not that long.
I'm thinking, okay, and then I'm thinking that the last tonal shift is, and tell me you think this, does it come then sort of at the on the last page, at the top of the last page? So Ruwenzori says awful, and then Pearl says good you're feeling, which to me sounds like sort of a reconciliation.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Back into like, you know, that they're reminding each other of their love.
Yeah, yeah.
Dania, I see that your camera's off. I just wanted to know if you're ready to go.
I'm just pulling up the script right now.
We'll give you a minute. Don't worry.
Jay, did you have any questions about anything? Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Brandy. No, I read the script. I read it actually like 3 times. I'm pretty good at understanding what's going on.
Okay.
I actually really like it.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, I like really like it. It's like really cute, and I think it's actually a really beautiful story that I think is gonna be really fun to tell. So I'm excited about it.
Awesome. Okay, beautiful. Nia, did you have any questions or anything before we get started?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So Robert, I think that was pretty much like
Yeah, we got
the big beats. Yeah.
all right. So yeah, so just what we were doing, Jaden, Dania, we were going through some of the tonal shifts of the play, right? Because it's going to kind of go through a little bit of like the, you know, these ups and downs. I mean, these friends do, at the end of the day, they do love each other, but this is a pretty like intense conversation for them, you know. And so as we kind of go through it, we're gonna do a read through, and we're just gonna see, Brandy and I are just gonna see how you guys play around with it, and then we're gonna kind of go beat by beat, page by page, and we're just gonna kind of like break it down. And okay, so Philadelphia, we have a question for you. So Brandy and I wanted to know, so with that, those opening stage directions, you know, it's not mentioned like, you know, very, very often, like our setting, we have a mention to, you know, Central Park. For the most part, we're not, you know, reminding everyone, you know, the audience every second that it's New York City, right? So that stage direction kind of gives us a lot of our world building. So are we allowed to, can Jade or Dania read the stage directions before we just like jump right in?
Yeah, that's actually completely up to you what you think can't be shown by the actors. So like I probably, you know, wouldn't read like dressed plainly with her hair pulled back, because you can have the actor with her hair pulled back. But yeah, anything that can't be shown by the actors that you feel is important to building the world, you're welcome to read those.
Okay, so I'm thinking then, because Jade, because you have the first line, I think it would be like kind of weird for you to like shift from like this narrator voice like straight into your character. I would think Dania, you'll read the stage directions then.
I'm still waiting for the script to pull up. Sorry, my computer's a little slow.
It's all good. We have 2 hours to play around with, so we're not on the worst crunch time. But since you're here, Dania, while you're pulling the script up, let's have Brandy, while Dania is still getting set up. Can you talk a little bit about some of the underlying sort of themes and like motifs of the play, and talk about some of the, you know, because there's a lot of subtext here. So can you talk a lot about some of the backstory of these characters?
Yeah, sure.
Contextualize this play for us.
Absolutely. So, so I wrote this play from a personal experience, and I wanted to, at the end of the day, express the message of self-love and self-acceptance. and what that looks like, and is that attainable? So these two characters have grown up together since they were little. They spent summers together as well as through school. So they're like more like sister friends. So there's a lot of love there, but they haven't seen each other or been around each other for years, because Pearl has moved away when she was probably in like anywhere between like the second and fourth grade. That's where she moved away from. But they have maintained contact through pen pals. So with that, you know, through writing, it's a bit more intimate and on the page. So the relationship is very strong. Again, Rue is a little bit the more naive and more ignorant, I suppose, character, because she's from a small town and she hasn't really traveled a lot. And then Pearl is more rambunctious, outgoing. She's a burlesque dancer. She's been in the city for 5 years, but she's lived in New York since she's moved. So she's been on that East Coast. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of love there, but the tension that they have is Rue not loving herself and Pearl not fully loving herself. And that's where the tension's going to come in at. Yeah. Yeah. So there is a lot of subtext, but I trust you guys to find that within the dialogue and see how you guys play out. Yeah. But at the end of the day, the self-love and acceptance of your hair and what that looks like, and that you don't have to rock your fro to prove that you love yourself. That's not the point. The point is to understand that you can look in the mirror with your natural self, the way you came out of your mother, and love that and do whatever you want to do with it. That's fine. But at the end of the day, we need to understand if there's an acceptance there or not, and where is that coming from. But since it's only 10 minutes, we can't like dissect all of like systematic racism. So we're not going into that. But that's what's kind of like touched upon in that subtext. So feel free to like dive in with your pauses and your emphasis on certain words or whatever to communicate that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. Yeah. Well, I guess I should ask, have you guys ever dealt with issues with your own hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did not want to assume, but pull from that. Feel free to pull from that.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Robert.
Yeah, no, that was great. I think that there's, I was talking to Brandy before you guys jumped on. I see this as like the potential for a full length play, and so because I see that there's like a rich backstory, and I see that there's a lot going on before these 10 minutes, right? And there's a lot going on sort of after these 10 minutes, right? There's a lot of history between these characters, and then there's a lot also that they're going to do together after this this play ends. So, and we're going to try to in that like 10 minutes like encapsulate this relationship and a lot of the stuff that's not that's not here on the page, right? So I really appreciate that, Brandy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And just to mention, Rue, your dream is to become a modern dancer. That's why you're there. And then Pearl, you are like the best burlesque dancer. And that's your, that's it.
So, okay, so do we all have our scripts pulled up in front of us?
Yep.
Okay. So, okay, cool. So let's jump in, and Dania, you're gonna read the stage directions in the beginning.
Okay. Dive bar in Brooklyn, New York, 2 a.m. Post-war building with photo booth photos all over the walls, accompanied by graffiti. Pearl, dressed in vintage. Do I not read the like dressed ones?
Philadelphia. This is why we have you here. This is the perfect line for your expertise. So should she read that?
Okay. So I don't know what the limits are for costuming for
No
this. So
costumes.
no costume.
Yeah.
In blacks, just
Or-
plain. Okay. Then yeah, I would probably add that so that you get a sense of each character's style.
Okay, so it's okay if Dania reads the whole thing, right? Okay. Yeah. So you're okay. So yeah. So don't cut any of that, Dania. That's that whole paragraph that is all yours.
Okay, got it. You want me to start again from the beginning?
Yes, please.
Dive bar in Brooklyn, New York, 2 a.m. Post-war building with photo booth photos all over the walls, accompanied by graffiti. Pearl, dressed in vintage showgirl attire, lots of sequins, is wiping down the bar while dancing. Ruwenzori, dressed plainly with her hair pulled back, enters.
Auditions were murder today.
Where's your hair?
The vet stated I wear my hair natural to auditions, not in general public.
I don't even see baby hairs.
Never dancing with my hair out again.
Couldn't let her out for more than a few minutes.
Hey, enough. You're bartending.
They needed someone to cover. I was here. One needs to be flexible in this city, Ruwenzori.
Not, oh, yeah, you're obsessed with my hair. How long have you been here?
Not all day. I know you must have stood out among all the dancers.
Other dancers had afros.
We are never alone.
A choreographer asked if mine was real.
Because it's perfect.
Pearl, I didn't like it.
You're not used to the glorious attention.
I'm not just a fro. It's dead.
Instantly this time. Told them karaoke will drain this place, not bring them in. How does this bar stay open? We ask no questions. For you, my dearest Ruwenzori, hair of the dog with lime and salt. Shit, no limes. Cheers.
Thanks, but I'll need a chaser. How did you find this place?
Bar hopping.
Great find. Hey, that couch is lumpier than a couch should not be that lumpy.
You'll get used to couch surfing and drink sans umbrellas and going to auditions hungover.
I hope not.
You will.
I will get a gig. I will get a gig. I will.
What if you get a gig that wants your pro?
I wouldn't be able to dance freely.
You would. With an afro.
I'd look like a monster.
Rue, you're gorgeous, period.
Huh? Why couldn't your parents have stayed miserably married like all the other parents? I could have used you closer.
Separated by 8 states.
Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Kentucky, West Virginia, Pennsylvania.
Thank God. Thank God we stayed pen pals after we got our periods. Salute.
No thanks, not yet. All pink. Every day you play dress up.
New costume. I'm making one for you, similar.
You're beaming.
Trying it on civilians first. Pays to live above a bar.
You mean crash? Because we're totally crashing.
Yeah. Lived here 5 years and you decide to finally come when I'm between places.
That's what you're calling it?
You get out today? Other than auditions?
Went to Central Park?
Bet that the park people would have loved seeing your hair. I love parks. Always a freak show.
People do seem utterly free here.
thought I'd have another place before you got here.
I'd wish I'd known.
Having second thoughts about moving here, being so close to me.
No, not one bit. Oh, let me show you this new move I learned at this audition.
Get it? Let me try.
People were staring with smiles.
When your hair was out,
It was the oddest thing.
magic.
People back home,
Don't get it. I'm so incredibly happy I won the bet.
I see that.
I see she's back in her cage. You got me talking hair. Let's talk bodies. Fox Club wants me.
To create a whole burlesque show? A burlesque night?
I'm a boss. How grand is that?
You deserve it.
I want you to be the crowning glory of my show. 3 dancers. Me, you, Ari.
A gig?
I'm concentrating more on producing. You're a natural. The work with a boa class,
I don't know. Burlesque?
you'd be dancing. Might not be modern, but it's athletic. We'll earn some cash for our new place.
Never taken my clothes off in front of the public on a stage.
Start somewhere.
My first gig.
I'll need your fro for the show.
You sneaky little.
Love the perfect ponytail, but for the show, real magic. The show won't work without your fro. You got the best fro.
I can't do your show.
You're nervous about being naked? Thought you said yes too quickly? Thought you said yes too quickly. I'll make you a huge fan to cover.
The naked part is not.
Nothing crazy. All you have to do is be beautiful. Be you.
Not with an afro. I can't be beautiful with an afro.
Wait. Let me lock up. There's a lot. So you don't want to wear your fro because
People will stare.
Rue, are you uncomfortable with your black girl magic?
What is black girl magic and why do I need to display it?
Oh my God, all it is being unabashedly joyous. That's all. No dashikis or whatever blanketed statements unless you prefer that. It's joy. Black people being joyful.
Hippie long stockings.
That was ages ago.
Laughter started and it didn't stop.
Wounded spirits, endless. You need joy. Please expand your vocabulary.
An afro is not magical.
Any hairstyle, braids, straight, wavy, tight curls, big curls, all from an afro. I want your afro, Rue. Magic.
I need to focus on modern.
You'll be naked. No one will see your fro.
It's not happening.
What has been done to you?
All those fros running around the city, no one has a hair ties.
You are beautiful. Your fro is beautiful.
Get someone else.
The thing is, when you unleash the magic, people will come for you. You had to do it alone. Jeez, no wonder. I mean, we're never fully alone, though. We must remember that.
You want to capitalize on my black girl magic.
I'm asking you to love yourself a bit more, your whole self. You do whatever you like, but at the end of the day, if you can't bear to look at your most natural self without revulsion, there's something there worth investigating.
It's another label.
It's whatever you want it to be. It's language. The point is, I want you to love yourself.
I do.
This self-loathing is holding you back from riches.
You would know.
Tell me.
You've always been sure, have you? Because it seems to me like you're hiding too. Not cashing in, not showing all your joy, are you?
This is deep.
Easy for you to judge when you don't want to bet on yourself.
I'm investing in myself. I'm saving a whole lot of money by staying with my ex.
You don't have a home, babe.
I was evicted.
Your roommates grew tired of your drunken late night cooking that almost burnt down the building. Bar people love to gossip.
It was my birthday.
You have been homeless for 3 months.
It's difficult to find a place.
You could have died. You think I hopped on a plane because I was ready? You were slurring your words at 10 a.m.
That never happened.
Why do you drink so much?
I love having a good time.
When will it be too much? Use me. We are like sisters. You can tell me.
Those summers at my aunt's house, swimming all day and running around the grounds with little afros, flats, and whatever style we had, it was us. We weren't unsure or becoming small for no good reason.
We were being girls.
We were being honest.
Missing childhood doesn't mean
I need to feel that kind of confidence again. I hate not having a closet. When I got the interview for the show, I was so relieved, and then I thought, shit, can I do it? Then I felt worthless. I started up. Imagine 3 women in a lush field telling them about when we would tie flowers together, when blades of grass was confetti for our hair, gently, with intention, with love for our hair. I want to share that. I want to bottle that feeling for the show. They ate it up, told me I had the show right there.
the world needs to see that show.
I need it. It's a lifeline. I need it desperately because I'm losing it. I'm far from the loony bin, but I feel it slowly creeping in.
You're not your father.
I know. I think I know.
How can I help?
Share the stage with me.
You can get anyone would love to dance in that show. You can find someone amazing.
Already have. Please.
Natural is wild and unkept, and I've always thought that.
Unkempt? Have you? Really?
I need more time. It was
Here. Hold my hand. It's okay. Take your time.
torture. Classmates would in my hair. I didn't know. It humiliated. You left before everyone became mean.
You never told me.
I couldn't. I have a lot of shame attached to my hair. And I'm ashamed of saying that.
How does it feel now?
Awful.
Good. You're feeling.
So are you.
Someone is living up to her name. There's a magnetism. Are you taller?
Tell me about the inspiration. All right, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, ridiculous. Don't get all ancient Africa on me. Tell me about the inspiration.
I enter through a huge looking glass and steal the show.
Brave.
How are you?
Would you deep condition it and pick it up for me?
I'll teach you.
Mute ourselves to clap for our actors. Yeah. That was great. That was great. I loved it, and that was really awesome. I feel like even on a first reading, I feel like you guys got a lot of like the tone and the emotions of the characters. I feel like my job is done. I feel like I could probably just leave now. You guys need a director. So, Brandy, what did you hear?
Oh my gosh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I picked up on a lot of the subtext there. Yeah, it was really beautiful. You guys were listening and responding, being genuine in the moment. And that's what I'm gonna ask for. Yeah. I just have a few notes about the pacing, but that, this is a first read through, so yeah, just to tighten up, as Hannah would say, sandwich
Grilled cheese.
grilled cheese. some spots, like I really want you to like jump on the lines where the dashes are, to really like cut the other off. But you know, that's gonna come with this second reading and just understanding that. But that was the main, and some beats. So we can go through that now if you want. Really good job. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Philadelphia, thoughts, feelings, compliments for our actresses.
Yeah, it really comes alive being read out loud. Yeah, I really love it. I think that you both have a feeling for your character already. Yeah, so far so good.
Awesome.
All right, so my note actually was the same as Brandy's. Let's just work on page 1. Let's try to tighten it up a little bit, right? And let's try to, so as soon as you hear like the period, almost as like you're not interrupting, but you're almost like interrupting, right? So it feels a lot more like, you know, it's very back. Yeah, it's very back and forth. So let's just try, let's not even read the stage directions. Let's go straight into the words, and let's try to kind of jump on each other and try it with as much like pace as we can.
Okay.
Auditions were murder today.
Where's your hair?
The vet stated I wear my hair natural to auditions, not in general public.
I don't even see baby hairs.
Never dancing with my hair out again.
You couldn't let her out for more than a few minutes.
Hey, enough. You're bartending?
They needed someone to cover. I was here. One needs to be flexible in this city, Ruwenzori.
You're obsessed with my hair. How long have you been here?
Not all day. I know you must have stood out among all the other dancers.
Other dancers had afros.
We are never alone.
A choreographer asked me if mine was real.
Because it's perfect.
Pearl, I didn't like it.
Let me cut you off there. Okay, so let's try when we have the line like for Pearl, we are never alone. The dots are supposed to represent she's trying to find the words, right? She's sort of like she was going to continue her sentence if not for the fact that like Ruwenzori interrupts her. So you're playing around with the line a little bit, you're searching for the words, and then Ruwenzori, you come in and you kind of like, and you interrupt her, right? So let's go. So just try from so Jade, go from other dancers had afros.
Okay. Other dancers had afros.
We are never alone.
A choreographer asked if mine was real.
Perfect.
Pearl, I didn't like it.
I just have a little quick little beep-a-doop.
Yeah, jump in here, Brandy.
Yeah, okay. So we are never alone. Like, you don't have to like search for the words like that. Say it how you did, and then you want to continue that. Yeah. But you know what you're gonna say. Just you're gonna continue that. And then for Rue, the choreographer asked if mine was real. Where is that coming from? I mean, I know where it's coming from, but like why do you say that?
I feel like she'd be kind of shocked or something. Like why would he ask that or ask me that?
Yeah. And then just to emphasize, when Rue, you say I enough, and then you're bartending, there's a specific reason why you change like the subject there. Do you have an intention there? Why you change the subject?
because she's talking about my hair. Well, telling me that I should let it out if you'd like more because I don't. So it's kind of like a subject I don't want to talk about. And now
Yeah.
you're bartending now. Like that's kind of like
Exactly. And your bartending, meaning you're you're still in the bar
Yeah,
because
you're
we
still in the
know
bar.
that she has this drinking problem, so that's a little bit of a just I want to hear that
Okay.
in that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Okay, so I want to hear page one again, and then we'll go on to two. But let's try. Okay, so when Ruwenzori says, "You're obsessed with my hair. How long have you been here?" Pearl, you're gonna cut her off right at "How long have you been?" And like the word "here" almost gets like cut off, right? So even if I have it like sort of like as a slash mark, right? So you're almost so we as the audience might not even hear the word "here," right? Because you've already gone into your sentence. So Jade, you'll get cut off. You'll still say the word Jade, but you're gonna get cut off by Pearl. Okay.
Okay.
So let's try that. Yeah, we're gonna try the first page again. We're not gonna do the stage directions, but we're gonna go right into the words, and we're gonna try it even with like a little bit more pace and
Okay.
forth.
Auditions were murder today.
Where's your hair?
The bet stated I wear my hair natural to auditions, not in general public.
I don't even see baby hairs.
Never dancing with my hair out again.
You couldn't let her out for more than a few minutes.
Hey, enough. You're bartending?
They needed someone to cover. I was here. One needs to be flexible in this city, Ruwenzori.
You're obsessed with my hair. How long have you been here?
Not all day. I know you must have stood out among all the dancers.
Others dancers had afros.
We are never alone.
The choreographer asked if mine was real.
Because it's perfect.
Pearl, I didn't like it.
You're not used to the glorious attention.
All right, let me get you guys off there. Okay. Brandy, how do you feel about the because that was
Yeah.
that was big improvement?
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay, you like the pacing on that one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna keep that, and there's for those first 6 pages where they're kind of playing around, it's still light and playfulness before we get to the sort of like Pearl is starting to get emotional, right? There it's fun, it's light, you know what I mean, but there's like that, there's good pace, and there's a back and forth, right? And then let's go to, can we go to page 3, everybody? So we're going to we're gonna do the whole page still with the same like fun sort of like light playful, but like we're playing around with a little bit more pace on jumping in each other's lines. But I want to make sure we can get down the because there's a couple moments in our script where the characters are going to talk at the same time. So we're gonna try to practice that. And I think with the pacing, I think that's gonna help. Right? Because it's hard to think like, you guys aren't telekinetic. You're not going to be able to be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, go. So if you guys are jumping on right as soon as, the other person ends their last line, I think you're going to fall right into sync. Right? Okay. So let's start from the top of page 3 with the Rue, you're gorgeous, period.
And then also I just want to add really quickly, the beats, just make sure we really do a beat change where it says beat. And then where they are saying the Utah, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, that's something that they have like been, it's almost like they've learned the map, like the US map, and that's how far they're the distance between them. So they've memorized that with each other. So feel free to have fun like with that, because it's more like, oh, are you gonna know, all of the states? Are you gonna know all the states? Like that. Yeah. So feel free to have fun.
Got it. Ready?
Yeah, jump right in, Dania.
Rue, you're gorgeous, period.
Huh. Why couldn't your parents have stayed miserably married like all the other parents? I could have used you closer.
Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, for that beat, just
Mhm.
like, what does that beat mean to you? Like what are you feeling in there?
I feel like she's saying like, she's kind of either under like not reliving, but like yeah, pretty much reliving like her childhood probably. She's like, dang, like why couldn't you just stay with me then? Like why did you leave me? Because when you left, I got tortured from my classmates because you were gone, when you left. So I feel like she's kind of reminiscing on that a little bit.
And what triggered that?
When she said, Rue, you're gorgeous, period, because like she doesn't believe that.
Yes, beautiful. Okay. Yeah. So I want to hear that.
Okay.
Like, so you're
So the ha part, that's not like a joyous ha. It's more of like a ha, like you like really? Like, okay. I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
I will start from the top of the page again.
Rue, you're gorgeous, period.
Ha. Why couldn't your parents have stayed miserably married like all the other parents? I could have used you closer.
Separated by 8 states.
Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania.
Thank God we stayed pen pals after we got our periods. Salut.
No thanks. Not yet. All pink. Every day you play dress up.
New costume. I'm making one for you. Similar.
You're beaming.
Trying it on civilians first. Pays to live above a bar.
You mean crash? Because we're totally crashing.
Yeah.
Just real quick. For the Rue, for that beat, no thanks, not yet. Beat all pink. Okay, so since this is a stage reading, the beat is really important because we don't have you, we can't, you don't reference, you're not referencing her clothing or whatever. So I'm going to ask in your imagination if you can imagine when you're in the bar, you're looking at her clothes, and then that's the beat to reference the clothes. So us as the audience can understand, feel free, I guess you can scan her like while we're reading, you can implement that if you want, but the response, like you have a lot of responsibility there as the actor to make the audience understand that, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then just make sure also pays to live above a bar. You mean we're crashing? Because we're like, that's another opportunity for you to show your, I don't know what the word is, but you're like, no, that's not what we're doing here. We're not, we're no, you know what I mean?
Okay. So it's less of a question, more of a statement, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I got you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so let's try. Okay, let's try from the top of page 3 again, starting with Pearl's line.
Okay.
Rue, you're gorgeous, period.
Why couldn't your parents have stayed miserably married like all the other parents? I could have used you closer.
Separated by 8 states.
Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Kentucky, West Virginia, Pennsylvania.
Thank God we stayed pen pals when we got our period after we got our periods. Salut.
No thanks, not yet. All pink? Every day you play dress up.
New costume. I'm making one for you. Similar.
And you're beaming.
Trying it on civilians first. Pays to live above a bar.
You mean crash? Because we're totally crashing.
Yeah. Lived here 5 years and you decide to finally come when I'm between places.
Okay, yes. Even more. Jump on
Even more?
her.
Jump
No,
on her.
we are crashing. This
Okay.
is a lumpy ass couch. No.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe just like you're beaming and then you want to start from there, Robert?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, Ruwenzori, start from your beaming, and let's finish out the rest of the page.
You're beaming.
Trying it on civilians first. Pays to live above a bar.
You mean crash? Because we're totally crashing.
No,
Yeah.
cut her off.
Cut her off.
Yes. Don't let her
Okay.
finish. Don't let her finish because that's not the truth of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's like, we're living above the. No, we are not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't let her finish.
So let's finish that. Okay.
So let's go. Yeah, let's go straight from, instead of saying you're beaming, can let's do Pearl's line, and then Jade, let's just practice working on some of those dash marks where we're going to be cutting each other off, right? And so okay, so Pearl, do your line of trying on civilians first, and Jade, you're gonna cut her, you're gonna cut her off. You're not gonna let her finish her sentence.
Okay.
Trying it on civilians first. Pays to live above
You
a
mean
bar.
crashing? Because that's what we're totally hold on. I'm sorry, that messed up. Can we do that again?
Yeah,
I
let's
messed up on that one.
go back to go back to Pearl's line.
But exactly. Yes. Get in there.
Trying it on civilians first. Pays to live above a bar.
You mean crash? Because we're totally crashing.
Yeah. Lived here 5 years and you decide to finally come when I'm between places.
That's what you're calling it.
Did you get out today? Other than auditions?
Okay.
Went to Central Park. Okay.
All right, yeah. So Brandy, how do you feel that time?
Yes. Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. Because this is where, and then you're going to cut her off on Central Park because that's your, so yeah, this is where it gets a little bit more poppy.
Cool. Let's work on those two interruptions, right? Because I want to practice that pacing. So let's go just from your beaming from Ruwenzori's line, and let's go all the way down to the people seem so utterly free here. I mean, I'll cut you off, don't worry, but there's a couple of points where we cut each other off. So I want Brandy to hear how that sounds. Okay, so let's go from your beaming from Ruwenzori's line.
You're beaming.
Trying it out on civilians first. Pays to live above a bar.
You mean crash? Because we're totally crashing.
Yeah. Lived here 5 years and you decide to finally come when I'm in between places.
That's what you're calling it.
You get out today? Other than auditions?
Went to Central Park.
All the park people would have loved to see your hair. I love parks. Always a freak show.
People seem utterly free here.
Okay, Brandy.
Love it. Yes. And then when you say people do seem so utterly free here, if I may suggest that you support that sentence with a remembrance of maybe something that happened
Remembrance? Okay.
at the park. Yeah. Because you've only been here a week. It's so different from a small town. So that freak line makes you remember about maybe something that happened or something.
Now, is it when I do make this remembrance, is it like funny? Like, do I do like, oh, people do seem utterly free here? Or is it more like a nervousness, like people do seem so utterly free here? Like, how do you want, okay. Okay.
I'll leave that up to you. Yeah. But
Okay.
support it with the
remembrance.
yeah.
Okay.
But beautiful. Love it.
let's go back. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that again then. Let's practice that. We'll practice that a couple times. And I think that I like the pacing. I like where we're getting with it. So we're gonna try it a couple more times. So let's go from Ruwenzori. You're beaming. Let's do that whole little section again.
Okay. You're beaming.
Trying it on civilian first. Pays to live above a bar.
You mean crash because we're totally crashing.
Yeah. I lived here for 5 years and you decide to finally come when I'm between places.
That's what you're calling it.
You get out today? Other than auditions?
Went to Central Park.
The park people would have loved seeing your hair. I love park. Always a freak show.
People do seem utterly free here.
Are we gonna keep going?
Okay, so Brandy, what did you think that time about the pacing, and then also Jade's delivery of that line of
Yes.
New York City people?
Yeah, for sure. I felt I heard a backstory in that line. Yeah. Beautiful.
Okay, I actually want to hear it one more time. I think we have it, but I want to lock it in. We're gonna do it one more time, and then we'll move on. Okay, so starting again from your beaming.
And do you want us to stop in the same place or do you want us to keep going?
Stop in the same place.
Got it.
Yeah, and then we'll move on to the another section. Okay.
You're beaming.
Trying it out on civilians first. Pays to live above a bar.
You mean crash because we're totally crashing.
Yeah. I lived here 5 years and you decide to finally come when I'm between places.
That's what you're calling it.
You get out today? Other than auditions?
Went to Central Park.
The park people would have loved seeing your hair. I love parks. Always a freak show.
People do seem so utterly free here.
Awesome. That was great. Randy, you're nodding. I think.
Love it. Yeah. You're finding, Pearl, you're finding like when you're like, it's wonderful. I love it. Yeah.
So let's move on then to the next place where I see there we have some, this is gonna go down to pacing again. So we have the line on page 5, the top of page 5, where we have that you guys are gonna speak at the same time. And that's all gonna come down to pacing. Once we get the pacing down, I think that's gonna feel really natural, right? And I think you'll feel it. So okay, so let's start from the top of page. We'll start from the top of page 5, and we'll see. We'll try to get you guys in sync. And let's do all of page 5.
Okay. I see she's back in her cage. You got me talking hair. Let's talk bodies. Fox Club wants me to curate
a whole burlesque night.
I'm a boss. How grand is that?
You deserve it.
I want you to be the crowning glory of my show. 3 dancers.
Gig?
Me, you, Ari.
A gig?
I'm concentrating more on producing. You're a natural. The work with a boa class?
I don't know. Burlesque?
You'd be dancing. Might not be modern, but it's athletic. We'll earn some cash for our new place.
Never taken my clothes off in front of the public on a stage.
Gotta start somewhere.
My first gig.
I'll need your fro for the show.
You sneaky little.
The perfect ponytail, but for the show, real magic. The show won't work without your fro. You got the best fro.
Okay, I love that. How do you feel, Brandy? I think that yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. The only thing, just one little thing for Rue, a gig, ... It's still a little bit like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So more shock.
Yeah. More like, oh my God, this could be happening.
Okay.
Because then you say my first gig, so we don't want to we want them to be different.
Yeah. Okay.
Small thing. Beautiful work. Love it.
Yeah.
Both.
I love the playfulness,
Yes.
right? I love
Yes.
the energy. I love the back and forth.
Yes.
I,
And
I really like the pacing there.
yes. And you can start to feel the stakes with each character, with Pearl and with Rue. Yes. Love it. Mhm.
Okay, let's run page 5 a couple more times. Okay, starting with okay, so yeah, Pearl, it's from your line.
I see she's back in her cage. You got me talking hair. Let's talk bodies. Fox Club wants me
To
to curate.
curate a whole burlesque night,
I'm a boss. How grand is that?
you deserve it.
And I want you to be the crowning glory of my show. 3 dancers, me, you, Ari.
A gig?
I'm concentrating more on producing. You're a natural. The work with a boa class,
I don't know, burlesque?
you'd be dancing. Might not be modern, but it's athletic. Warring some cash for a new place.
Never taken my clothes off in front of the public on a stage.
Gotta start somewhere.
My first gig.
I'll need your fro for the show.
You sneaky little.
Not the perfect ponytail, but for the show, real magic. The show won't work without your fro. You got the best fro.
Okay. I like that a lot. Brandy.
Yeah. Yeah. We can, yeah.
Okay.
Good. Mhm.
Let me look at where we want to go next. Let's do, okay, there's a couple of like, we have a couple more like parts where we're going to sort of be like cutting each other off on going to the top of page 6. And then there's going to be, we gotta work on that. There's going to be a tonal shift, right? So we're going to go from playful and light, and then the play is gonna the characters are gonna take on a little bit more of a different emotional affectation. Is that, would you second that, Rennie? Right? Okay, so we're gonna play around with that tonal shift now. So starting from the top of page 6, let's go.
I can't do your show.
You're nervous about being naked? Thought you said yes too quickly. I'll make you a huge fan to cover.
And the naked part is
Nothing crazy. All you have to do is be beautiful. Be you.
not with an afro. I can't be beautiful with an afro.
Wait. Let me lock up. There's a lot. So you don't want to wear your fro because
People will stare.
Rue. Are you uncomfortable with your black girl magic?
What is black girl magic and why do I need to display it?
My God. All it is being unabashedly joyous. That's all. No dashikis or whatever blanketed statements unless you prefer that. It's joy. Black people being joyful.
Be long stockings.
That was ages ago.
Laughter started and it didn't stop.
Let's run that last 3 lines again, because there's, I think, that slash mark. I think we want to try that. We're cutting each other off. So go from from Pearl's line to oh my God, all it is. And then when we get down to that was ages ago, we want to work on kind of like that Ruwenzori sort of interrupts her there, right? Okay, so go from the Pearl's line to oh my God.
Oh my God. All it is being unabashedly joyous. That's all. No dashikis or whatever blanketed statements unless you prefer that. It's joy. Black people being joyful.
Hippie long stockings.
Ages ago.
Laughter started and it didn't stop.
Boom. There we go. Brandy's giving the AOK sign.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do, I want to work on this page for a little bit, and I want to lock it in. So let's start again from the top of page 6. Before that, Brandy, do you want, is there anything you want to say before we? No, you're good.
Yeah, just beautiful, taking your time. Pearl, you're really like being affected um by what she said. I can feel that. I feel you processing it. Yeah, yeah. And Rue, you just throwing it out there like the sky is blue. I love it. Yeah, yeah, beautiful.
All right, cool. Let's do, okay, we're gonna run page 6 a couple more times. And yeah, and I like everything you guys are doing. We're just gonna lock it in. Okay, starting from the top of page 6.
I can't do your show.
You're nervous about being naked? Thought you said yes too quickly. I'll make you a huge fan to cover.
The naked part is
Nothing crazy. All you have to do is be beautiful. Be you.
not with an afro. I can't be beautiful with an afro.
Wait. Let me lock up. There's a. So, you don't want to wear your fro because
People will stare.
are you uncomfortable with your black girl magic?
What is black girl magic and why do I need to display it?
Oh my God. All it is being unabashedly joyous. That's all. No dashikis or whatever blanketed statements unless you prefer that. It's joy. Black people being joyful.
Pippi long stockings.
That was ages ago.
Laughter started and it didn't stop.
Let's start from the top of page 6 again, but just start it from the line of Pearl's line that you're nervous about being naked, because there's two interruptions, right? And I want to get like that pacing really down. So and then yeah, there's two simultaneous lines of interruption. So start from Pearl's line of you're nervous.
You're nervous about being naked? Thought you said yes too quickly. I'll make you a huge fan to cover.
The naked part is not.
Nothing crazy. All you have to do is be beautiful. Be you.
Okay, try do that. Okay, try that again. Even cut her off even like a little bit faster, Ruwenzori.
Yeah, and also just like for technicality purposes, like finish have in your head like what the sentence you're about to finish. Like never cut your own self off or say the word slower than you would or anything like that.
So Brandy, can she cut her off at huge fan too, or do you want her to say that? Do you want the audience to hear the word cover?
I don't care about where she cuts her off. I want her to cut her off.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll make you a huge fan to cover your ass, your lower part, your poom poom, whatever you like, however you want to like however you want to finish it. Make sure you have a sentence in your head to finish, and if you need to go all the way there, then go all the way there until you get cut off.
Got it.
Yeah, from the audience viewpoint, I don't want them to understand that this is going to be, oh, and we're going to be cutting each other off.
Okay.
I don't, yeah.
So-
And then for Rue, the naked part is not the thing that's troubling me or whatever. Finish that for you. So it's not, so you're not anticipating being cut off.
Okay.
Okay, let's just work on those 3 lines there. Okay, so Pearl from you're nervous.
Okay. You're nervous about being naked? Thought you said yes too quickly. I'll make you a huge fan to cover your.
The naked part is not.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, I totally get it. Yeah, totally get it.
Can we try really quickly? Try cut. Okay, from the huge fan to, and then Jade cut Dania off at the word cover, right? And then let's see, and then for Dania cut Jade off at the word not. right?
Got it.
Okay, let's try. Okay, let's try. Let's try it. Let's try it again.
You're nervous about being naked? Thought you said yes too quickly. I'll make you a huge fan to cover your.
The naked part is not.
Sorry, God, I did it again.
No, but that was so that was so good. I loved it. You went, yes, exactly. Yes.
Sorry, I will start again. My bad.
Never be sorry. Never be sorry.
No, it's good, guys.
great.
This is why we have rehearsals. This is the fun part. Okay. So okay. Dania from your line.
You're nervous about being naked? Thought you said yes too quickly. I'll make you a huge fan to cover your.
The naked part is not.
Nothing crazy. All you have to do is be beautiful. Be you.
Let's Brandy's laughing. We're okay. Okay, let's try that again. I want to hear it again.
Okay.
You're nervous about being naked? Thought you said yes too quickly. I'll make you a huge fan to
The
cover
naked part is not.
Nothing crazy. All you have to do is be beautiful. Be you.
All right, that was great. Brandy's doing a victory dance. She's
Yes. Yes. Mhm.
Okay, that was great. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that a couple more times. I wanna lock that in. Okay, Dania from your line.
You're nervous about being naked? Thought you said yes too quickly. I'll make you a huge fan to cover your.
The naked part is not.
Nothing crazy. All you have to do is be beautiful. Be you.
All right, let's try. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it again.
You're nervous about being naked? Thought you said yes too quickly. Listen, I'll make you a huge fan to cover
The
your.
naked part is not.
Nothing crazy. All you have to do is be beautiful. Be you.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do it one more time, and then we're going to move on to we're gonna move on to page 7. Okay, one more time.
You're nervous about being naked? Thought you said yes too quickly. Look, I'll make you a huge fan to cover your.
The naked part is not.
Nothing crazy. All you have to do is be beautiful. Be you.
Perfect. Okay. I think we have that one. Okay, I think we have that live. Okay. Let's actually start from. Okay, so so for the first like 5.5 well, I'll say for the first 6.5 pages, we're playing with that sort of playfulness and that lightness. So let's actually start from the tonal shift. So Pearl is in near tears, and then we're gonna go from that, and let's run that all the way down to the end of page 7. I want to hear that tonal shift.
Okay.
So actually start from the line of from Jade, from your line of not with an afro, and then I want to hear Dania, you're not, it's not the same playful lightness anymore, right? Now you're like, that line, that's not what you want to hear your best friend saying about herself, right?
Not with an afro. I can't be beautiful with an afro.
Wait. Let me lock up. There's a lot. So you don't want to wear your fro because.
People will stare.
Rue, are you uncomfortable with your black girl magic?
What is black girl magic, and why do I need to display it?
My God. All it is being unabashedly joyous. That's all. No dashikis or whatever blanketed statements unless you prefer that. It's joy. Black people being joyful.
Maybe long stockings.
That was ages ago.
Laughter started and it didn't stop.
Oh, guys, we're gonna go to the bottom of page 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Start. Yeah. So yeah, just start from the. So start it. Yeah. Start again from the. Actually, let's start from Pearl's line of nothing crazy. And so we're still kind of in that sort of like playful light tone, and then And then so and then it's gonna and then we're gonna hear that tonal shift.
Nothing crazy. All you have to do is be beautiful. Be you.
Not with an afro. I can't be beautiful with an afro.
Let me lock up. There's a lot. So you don't want to wear your fro because
People will stare.
Rue, are you uncomfortable with your black girl magic?
What is black girl magic? And why do I need to display it?
Oh my god, all it is being unabashedly joyous. That's all. No dashikis or whatever blanketed statements unless you prefer it. It's joy. Black people being joyful.
Hippie long stockings.
That was ages ago.
Laughter started and it didn't stop.
Wounded spirits. Endless. We need joy. Please expand your vocabulary.
An afro is not magic.
Any hairstyle, braids, straight, wavy, tight, curls, big curls, all from an afro. I want your afro, Rue. Magic.
I need to focus on modern.
You'll be naked. No one will see your fro.
It's not happening.
What has been done to you?
All of those fros running around the city. No one has hair ties.
You are beautiful. Your fro is beautiful.
Get someone else.
The thing is, when you unleash the magic, people will come for you. You had to do it alone. Jeez, no wonder. I mean, we are never fully alone, though. We must remember that.
You want to capitalize on my black girl magic.
I'm asking you to love yourself a bit more. Your whole self. You do what you like, but at the end of the day, if you can't bear to look at your most natural self without revulsion, there's something there worth investigating.
It's another label.
Okay.
It's whatever you want it to be. It's language.
I'm gonna cut you guys off. So Brandy, what are you hearing there? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. There was something that I heard in this question, and you hadn't read it that way before, and I want to make sure that you don't read it like this again. On page 6 for Rue, when you say what is black girl magic and why do you need to display it?
Mhm.
In this last reading, it was more of like there was how do I say? Before, when you were delivering it, it was more like out of like, okay, what is this? This is the second or the 50th time you've heard about this black girl magic. What is it and why do I like? That's how you've been expressing it, and I love that. This
Okay.
time it was a little bit more. It was less than that, and I don't want you to go from that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'll, yeah, that was
Okay.
that was the only thing. Other than that, or not other than that, beautiful work, both of you. Yes, yes.
Okay, let's start from I want to hear that again. Okay, you're back, Tania. Okay, let's do I want to hear from the top of let me hear from the top of page 6, and then we're gonna go all the way down to the bottom of page 7. And so it's even gonna start from we're still I want to hear again that sort of playful like light tone, and then all of a sudden our play is going to take this sort of like a tonal shift, and things are going to get a little bit more serious, and the stakes are going to get a little higher, right? Okay, so let's start from the top of page 6, and then we're okay, yeah, and then we're going to go down to the bottom of page 7.
I can't do your show.
You're nervous about being naked? I thought you said yes too quickly. I'll make you a huge fan to cover your
The naked part is not.
Nothing crazy. All you have to do is be beautiful. Be you.
Not with an afro. I can't be beautiful with an afro.
Wait. Let me lock There's a lot. So you don't want to wear your fro because,
People will stare.
Rue, are you uncomfortable with your black girl magic?
What is black girl magic? And why do I need to display it?
My God. All it is being unabashedly joyous. That's all. No dashikis or whatever blanketed statements unless you prefer that. It's joy. Black people being joyful.
Hippie long stocking.
That was ages ago.
Laughter started and it didn't stop.
Wounded spirits. Endless. We need joy. Please expand your vocabulary.
An afro is not magic.
Any hairstyle, braids, straight, wavy, tight curls, big curls, all from an afro. I want your fro, Rue. Magic.
I need to focus on modern.
You'll be naked. No one will see your fro.
It's not happening.
What has been done to you?
All these fros running around the city. No one has hair ties.
You are beautiful. Your fro is beautiful.
Get someone else.
The thing is, when you unleash the magic, people will come for you. You had to do it alone. Jeez, no wonder. I mean, we're never fully alone, though. We must remember that.
You want to capitalize on my black girl magic.
I'm asking you to love yourself a bit more. Your whole self. You do whatever you like, but at the end of the day, if you can't bear to look at your most natural self without revulsion, there's something there worth investigating.
It's another label.
Okay. Brandy? What are you hearing?
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Okay, let's run it then. Let's do the let's do the second half of page 7, and then we'll move on. So just start from Pearl's line of what has been done to you, and then just run it down to the bottom of page 7.
What has been done to you?
All these fros running around the city. No one has hair ties.
You're beautiful. Your fro is beautiful.
Get someone else.
The thing is, when you unleash the magic, people will come for you. You had to do it alone. Jeez, no wonder. I mean, we're never fully alone, though. We must remember that.
You want to capitalize on my black girl magic.
I'm asking you to love yourself a bit more, your whole self. You do whatever you like, but at the end of the day, if you can't bear to look at your most natural self without revulsion, there's something there worth investigating.
It's another label.
Can we run just those two lines from the Pearl's line from the thing is, and then Jade, I want you to, like, with your line, you want to capitalize on my black girl magic. Jump on Denia a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And yeah. Okay. So yeah, sort of come back at her with that line. Okay. So from Pearl's line of the thing is.
The thing is, when you unleash the magic, people will come for you. You had to do it alone. Jeez, no wonder. But I mean, we're never fully alone, though. We must remember that.
You want to capitalize on my black girl magic?
I'm asking you to love yourself a bit more. Your whole self. You do whatever you like at the end of the day. You do whatever you like, but at the end of the day, if you can't bear to look at your most natural self without revulsion, there's something there worth investigating.
It's another label.
Okay. Let's run that one more time, and then jump on her, even jump on her, Jade, even a little bit more. Right? You're not interrupting her. You're not like cutting off her line. But as soon as you hear that like period, you're gonna throw that right back at her. Right?
Okay.
And then just make sure that you're not, it's not a question. It is a statement.
It is a statement. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So from Pearl's line, the thing
is, when you unleash the magic, people will come for you. You had to do it alone. Jeez, no wonder. I mean, we're never fully alone, though. We must remember that.
You want to capitalize on my black girl magic.
I'm asking you to love yourself a bit more. Your whole self. You do whatever you like, but at the end of the day, if you can't bear to look at your most natural self without revulsion, there's something there worth investigating.
It's another label.
Brandy, how do you feel there?
Yeah, good, good. There was a, you're getting fired up. I see that. Or I hear that.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I like those emotions. I like, this is kind of what I was saying on the last page, that during this tonal shift, the stakes are getting a little higher, right? The conflict, you know, it's moved on from just like a playful conversation, right? And now we're starting to get into like the kind of nitty gritty, and like we have these two characters that are kind of going up against each other. So I want to hear that one more time from start from Pearl's line of "You are beautiful, your fro is beautiful."
You are beautiful. Your fro is beautiful.
Get someone else.
The thing is, when you unleash the magic, people will come for you. You had to do it alone. Jeez, no wonder. And I mean, we're never fully alone, though. We must remember that.
You want to capitalize on my black girl magic.
I'm asking you to love yourself a bit more, your whole self. You do whatever you like, but at the end of the day, if you can't bear to look at your most natural self without revulsion, there's something there worth investigating.
It's another label.
Awesome, that was great. Let me hear. I love that. I want to hear that one more time from Pearl's line of
You are beautiful. Your fro is beautiful.
Get someone else.
The thing is, when you unleash the magic, people will come for you. You had to do it alone. Wonder. I mean, we're never fully alone, though. We must remember that.
You want to capitalize on my black girl magic.
I'm asking you to love yourself a bit more, your whole self. You do whatever you like, but at the end of the day, if you can't bear to look at your most natural self without revulsion, there's something there worth investigating.
It's another label.
Perfect. Okay, love it. Okay, I love the emotions. So we gotta carry that into then page 8, right? Those same emotions. Okay, so let's start from Ruwenzori. Start from "It's Another Label," and then we're gonna run through. Let's run through all of page 8, and let's try to keep. And then we're gonna try to keep all of those that same intensity that we just captured there on the last page, right?
It's another label.
It's whatever you want it to be. It's language. The point is, I want you to love yourself.
I do.
The self-loathing is holding you back from riches.
You would know.
Tell me.
You've always been sure. Have you? Because it seems to me like you're hiding too. Not cashing in, not showing all your joy. Are you?
This is deep.
Easy for you to judge when you don't want to bet on yourself.
I'm investing in myself. I'm saving a whole lot of money by staying with my ex.
You don't have a home, babe.
I was evicted.
Your roommates grew tired of your drunken late night cooking that almost burned down the building. Bar people love to gossip.
It was my birthday.
You've been homeless for 3 months.
It's difficult to find a place.
Awesome. Okay, great. Okay, I love it. We're finding the intensity, and I think that this the play is really it's hitting a stride here, right? And we're going into a lot of like it's a lot of give and take. And so okay, let's run it again from Ruwenzori's line of "It's Another Label," and then keep all that same intensity.
It's another label.
It's whatever you want it to be. It's language. The point is, I want you to love yourself.
I do.
The self-loathing is holding you back from riches.
You would know.
Tell me.
You've always been sure. Have you? Because it seems to me like you're hiding too, not cashing in, not showing all your joy. Are you?
This is deep.
Easy for you to judge when you don't want to bet on yourself.
I'm investing in myself. I'm saving a whole lot of money by staying with my ex.
You don't have a home, babe.
I was evicted.
Your roommates grew tired of your drunken late night cooking that almost burnt down the whole building. Bar people love to gossip.
It was my birthday.
You have been homeless for 3 months.
Difficult to find a place.
Okay, let's let's try it. Let's run it again, and then let's try it like now. Let's try it like with a little. Now we have the intensity. Let's give it a little bit of like pace, right? So let's speed things up a little bit, right? Okay. So then starting from Ruwenzori, starting from your line, it's another label.
It's another label.
It's whatever you want it to be. It's language. The point is, I want you to love yourself.
I do.
This self-loathing is holding you back from riches.
You would know.
Tell me.
You've always been sure, have you? Because it seems to me like you're hiding too, not cashing in, not showing all of your joy. Are you?
This is deep.
Easy for you to judge when you don't want to bet on yourself.
I'm investing in myself. I'm saving a whole lot of money by staying with my ex.
You don't have a home, babe.
I was evicted.
Your roommates grew tired of your drunken late night cooking that almost burnt down the building. Bar people love to gossip.
It was my birthday.
You've been homeless for 3 months.
It's difficult to find a place.
Okay. Okay, I like that. Let's go to the top of page 9.
Just make sure though, if you are going to pick up the pace, remember to listen and to respond, because I was missing a little bit of that when you sped it up. It was more like bam, 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 bam. I wasn't getting the process. I wasn't hearing you processing it as much when you took your time a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Robert? Did you hear like
I heard it a little bit.
How did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it a little bit with the line of the at the very end where it's difficult to find a place. And so I know that we're still like we want to I think we still want to capture like the intensity of like the high emotions of the characters, but we don't necessarily want to lose exactly like we don't want to lose the power of like Brandy's dialogue in there, right?
Yeah, but I think also it's just coming from as an actor, when you just repeat, you start to not listen. So I think I'm what's the word? I'm intuiting that that's where it's coming from.
Okay.
Yeah. So just as maybe as a tendency, that's what we do as actors, when we're like pick up the pace, then we pick up the pace without the listening and responding.
Okay.
Yeah. So I honestly think we should probably just move on and not beat this, because you guys got it. I think you guys got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So so I think that we're gonna, okay, so at the top of page 9, we're still running with like the same level, like intensity, emotions, right? We're carrying that through. I don't think that, so I think we're gonna I want to say we're gonna carry that emotional weight up until I want to say that the top of page 11, where there's a reconciliation, and then there's, you guys are reminding each other that you love each other, and you kind of now we're going to kind of come to our conclusion. So let's just do the first half of page 9, because there's a silence. Pearl's not going to say anything, but there's a lot of weight that's going to be in the air, right?
Exactly.
There's a gravitas, and we want to capture that. We want to capture that, Brandy put that there because that silence is powerful, right? And that's got to mean something to the audience, right? It's not Ruwenzori, you're not just gonna speak like, like twice because Pearl doesn't have a line. We're gonna let that marinate for a second, right? In the air. Okay. So let's just do the first half of page 9. And so from Ruwenzori's line of "you could have died," and then we're gonna run it all the way down to Pearl has like a longer sort of paragraph there. So let's do all the way down to Pearl's line of "those summers at my aunt's house." Let's just do the first half of page 9.
And then also just to add something really quick, the never that never happened and why do you drink so much, that with the ellipses, even though we are like on fire here as in emotions, make sure that's, this is the first time that you're bringing up her drinking. Yeah, so feel free to feel free, or I want to see that that's difficult for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready, set, and action.
You could have died. You think I hopped on a plane because I was ready? You were slurring your words at 10 a.m.
Never happened.
Why do you drink so much?
Love having a good time.
When will it be too much? Use me. We are like sisters. You can tell me.
Those summers at my aunt's house. Swimming all day and running around the grounds with little afros, plaits, and whatever. Whatever style we had, it was us. We weren't unsure, becoming small for no good reason.
We were being girls.
Okay, okay. So let's hold on. Let's try. Okay, so some of the so I want to carry in sort of the emotions that we had from page 8. So let's start from the bottom of page 8, from Pearl's line of "it was my birthday," and then carry that intensity, right? I know that. So Brandy said, don't, even though we're picking the intensity and we're picking the pace a little bit, don't lose the words, right, in it. And then so keep that intensity until we get to Pearl's like silence, right? And then we'll run it down to, and then we're gonna run it down to the bottom of page 9. Okay, so starting from Pearl's line of "it was my birthday," and then with the intensity.
It was my birthday.
You have been homeless for 3 months.
It's difficult to find a place.
You could have died. You think I hopped on a plane because I was ready? You were slurring your words at 10 a.m.
That never happened.
Why do you drink so much?
I love having a good time.
When will it be too much? Use me. We are like sisters. You can tell me.
Those summers at my aunt's house. Swimming all day and running around the grounds with little afros, plaits, and whatever. Whatever style we had, it was us. We weren't unsure or becoming small for no good reason.
We were being girls.
We were being honest.
Missing childhood doesn't mean
I need to feel that kind of confidence again. I hate not having a closet. When I got the interview for the show, I was so relieved, and then I thought, shit, can I do it? Then I felt worthless. I started up. Imagine 3 women in a lush field telling them about when we would tie flowers together, when blades of grass was confetti for our hair. Gently, with intention, with love for our hair. I want to share that. I want to bottle that feeling for the show. They ate it up, told me I had the show right there.
the world needs to see that show.
Okay, so when we get to the line of the Ruwenzori of the silence, I think there's a tonal shift there. So that I know that we had the intensity from page 8, but once we hit that silence, then there's like then there's a tonal shift, right? Then you can kind of fall a little bit more into something I would say almost a little bit more somber, a little bit more heartfelt. Brandy, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, definitely. Like I suppose a tactic would be like pleading. Now you're like really like,
Yeah.
use me. I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is why I want to hit all of these different places in the script where we kind of we're going to be going from some like, you know, high intensity emotion, then we're going down, or we're going from like playful then into like intensity. I want to capture like all of these moments because it's easy. I think we can get locked in a little bit to, you know, playing it from like sort of one emotional and like one tone, right? And so then we're gonna capture all these moments in the script where we're gonna see that shift, right? Okay, so let's start again from the bottom or start from the bottom of page 8 from "It Was My Birthday," and then we're gonna have that intensity, and then we're going to go all the way down to Ruwenzori, your line where "Use me, we are like sisters, you can tell me." I want to hear that, like that tonal shift. I want to see us kind of move away from the like the intensity. There's some sort of, you know, exclamation points there, and there's a little bit of like, you know, like anger, and then we're gonna kind of shift into something a little bit more somber and heartfelt, right? After that silence that's going to sort of permeate, right? Okay. So let's run it from the bottom of page 8 from "It Was My Birthday."
It was my birthday.
You have been homeless for 3 months.
Difficult to find a place.
You could have died. You think I hopped on a plane because I was ready? You were slurring your words at 10 a.m.
That never happened.
Why do you drink so much?
Love having a good time.
When will it be too much? Use me. We are like sisters. You can tell me.
Okay, Brandy. Brandy's getting
Oh,
emotional.
beautiful. Yeah. Thank you for that, Robert. Yeah, because I was really, whew.
How do I? Oh goodness.
If I may jump in for a second,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Brandy can always correct me. I feel like that line right before the silence is really the climax of this show. I feel like that "when will it be too much" is it. That's where all of the emotions have become the strongest they can become. And that silence is where you have just this complete turning point from the climax.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Deli. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, running the risk of making Brandy more emotional, we're gonna run that again, and we're gonna capture that tonal shift. The fact that we're feeling our feelings means that Jade, I mean, I'm doing my job. Jade and Dania, you guys are doing your jobs. This is great. You broke your playwright. This
Broke the playwright.
So okay, so let's run it again from the bottom. Okay, so from the bottom of page 8 from "It Was My Birthday," and let's do that again. And then going down to Ruwenzori's line of the, and we're gonna really make sure that we I mean, I love how you guys just read it, and we're gonna lock that in, right? And we're gonna play with that silence, and we're gonna make sure that that Brandy's not the only one who feels it. Next Wednesday, everyone in the audience is gonna feel it, right? Okay.
It was my birthday.
You have been homeless for 3 months.
Difficult to find a place.
You could have died. You think I hopped on a plane because I was ready? You were slurring your words at 10 a.m.
That never happened.
Why do you drink so much?
I love having a good time.
When will it be too much? Use me. We are like sisters. You can tell me.
That's yeah, Brandy. Wow, you guys did it again to her. This is yeah.
Oh,
Love you, Brandy.
yes, love.
No, thank you so much. Woo! Yeah. Okay.
No, tell them a little bit what you're feeling, Brandy. They're capturing something, aren't they? I mean, they're making these words come alive, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think the most important thing ever is just to always look for the love and in the story and the words, and you guys are doing that. And everyone's been there with the person that you're just like, I'm here, like you don't have to do this alone. I'm here for you. You know, and you're capturing that moment where, yeah, like Deli said, like the most critical moment. It's like right here. And you're not running away from the moment. You're like digging into the moment. And I think that's where playwriting comes in, because most people in real life would not dig in. And you're digging into the really uncomfortable stuff. So that's what's getting to me, like that humanity and that love and that and the ability to break, you know, the ability to like say like I'm not okay and that there's something wrong, but I've never like expressed it. And so now you have opportunity because someone right there is in your face, like saying, I love you. Just tell me, you know? So that's what you're capturing and that's what I'm feeling. And it's beautiful. Yeah. Thank you, Robert.
Yeah, of course. No, I love it. It means if you're feeling the emotions, we're doing something right here.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's start from the halfway through page 9, and we're gonna go from Pearl's line of those summers at my aunt's house. So now we've experienced the tonal shift, right? There's not as much yelling or exclamation points. Now we kind of have to, we're still capturing an intensity, right? And there's still strong emotions behind what we're saying, but it's a different kind of intensity, right? It still holds the same gravitas, but we're not yelling at each other, right?
Not that we ever were, but yeah. Yelling in the tone. Yes.
Yeah. And so let's go. So let's go from Pearl's line of on halfway through page 9 of those summers. And then we're gonna run that all the way until let's go to the bottom of page 10, because I want to see that emotion. Once we capture that sort of new tone and that sort of like somberness, we want to carry that into the next page. Okay, so starting from Pearl's line of those summers at my aunt's house.
Those summers at my aunt's house, swimming all day and running around the grounds with little afros, plaits, and whatever style we had, it was us. We weren't unsure or becoming small for no good reason.
We were being girls.
We were being honest.
Missing childhood doesn't mean
We needed to feel that kind of confidence again. I hate not having a closet. When I got the interview for the show, I was so relieved. And then I thought, shit, can I do it? And then I felt worthless. I started up. Imagine 3 women in a lush field telling them about when we would tie flowers together, when blades of grass was confetti for our hair, gently, with intention, with love for our hair. I want to share that. I want to bottle that feeling for the show. They ate it up, told me I had the show right there.
the world needs to see that show.
I need it. It's a lifeline. I need it desperately because I'm losing it. I'm far from the loony bin, but I feel it slowly creeping in.
You're not your father.
I know. I think I know.
How can I help?
Share the stage with me.
But you can get... Anyone would love to dance in that show. And you could find someone amazing.
I already have. Please.
Natural is wild and unkempt. I've always thought that.
Unkempt. Have you? Have you really?
I I need more time. It was
Here, hold my hand. It's okay. Take your time.
torture. Classmates would in my hair and I didn't know. Humiliated. You left before everyone became mean.
You never told me.
I couldn't. I have a lot of shame attached to my hair, and I'm ashamed of saying that.
How does it feel now?
Awful.
Oh, okay, we're stopping there. So let's make sure. Okay, so starting again from the halfway through page 9. So Pearl, you have a couple of big paragraphs there, right? But don't throw those words away, right? I know you're trying to get through it because it's because they're long stretches of dialogue, but make sure that the intensity that and the sort of somberness that we're capturing here, that you're capturing on some of the shorter lines, make sure that that we feel those in those sort of like monologues, right?
Mm.
So yeah, yeah, don't throw those words away. Kind of like, still feel them. You don't have to necessarily rush through it. You're not moving it like a tortoise pace, but you don't have to rush through it. And you're feeling sort of you're feeling the emotions of like each line. Okay. So let's start from the halfway point of actually, yeah, Ruwenzori, can you cue her in? Can you do the use me, we're like sisters, you can tell me line, and then kind of sort of cue Pearl into her line. And then we're going to run it to the bottom of page 10 again.
Use me. We are like sisters. You can tell me.
Those summers at my aunt's house, all day and running around the grounds with little afros, plaits, and whatever, whatever style we had, it was us. We weren't unsure, becoming small for no good reason.
We were being girls.
We're being honest.
Missing childhood doesn't mean
We need to feel that kind of confidence again. I hate not having a closet. When I got the interview for the show, I was so relieved. And then I thought, shit, can I do it? And then I felt worthless. I started up. Imagine 3 women in a lush field, telling them about when we would tie flowers together, when blades of grass was confetti for our hair, gently, with intention, with love for our hair. I want to share that. I want to bottle that feeling for the show. They ate it up, told me I had the show right there.
the world needs to see that show.
I need it. It's a lifeline. I need it desperately because I'm losing it. I'm far from the loony bin, but I feel it slowly creeping in.
You're not your father.
I know. I think I know.
How can I help?
Share the stage with me.
But you can get anyone would love to dance in that show, and you can find someone amazing.
Already have. Please.
Natural is wild and unkempt, and I've always thought that.
Unkempt? Have you? Have you really?
I need more time. It was
Here. Hold my hand. It's okay. Take your time.
torture. Classmates would in my hair, and I didn't know. Humiliated. You left before everyone became mean.
You never told me.
I couldn't. I have a lot of shame attached to my hair, and I'm ashamed of saying that.
How does it feel now?
Okay. Brandy, what are you feeling?
Yes, all the yeses, especially when you're allowed to take your time, allowed. Allow yourself to take your time in those moments, because we can when you do, you process it in a way that we can process it as well. So yes. Yeah, the only thing I want from you, Pearl, is the line, "You never told me."
Mm.
I want to see how that affects you more. If
Okay.
this is like the first time that you're really, because you hate her hair, but everyone hates their hair, But
Mhm.
this is a little bit, not a little bit, this is different. And this, I want to see how that affects you in that
Mhm.
line. But yeah, beautiful work, you guys. Beautiful.
Okay, so now let's run it from the let's run it from the top of page 10, and we're gonna run it again from the and then we're gonna run the whole page, and then we'll close out. We have 10 minutes, so then we'll close out on our conclusion, right? And we'll get to that reconciliation.
I need it. It's a lifeline. I need it desperately because I'm losing it. I'm far from the loony bin, but I feel it slowly creeping in.
You're not your father.
I know, but I think I know.
How can I help?
Share the stage with me.
But you can get anyone who'd love to dance in that show, and you can find someone amazing.
I already have. Please.
Natural is wild and unkempt, and I've always thought that.
Unkempt? Have you really?
I need more time. It was
Here. Hold my hand. It's okay. Take your time.
torture. Classmates with in my hair, and I didn't know. Humiliated, and you left before everyone became mean.
Never told me.
I couldn't. I have a lot of shame attached to my hair, and I'm ashamed of saying that.
How does it feel now?
Okay, yeah, I feel you, Brandy. Let's run it from, okay, so then we have our okay, so we have our final sort of tonal shift, and we're going to get to a place of sort of reconciliation, and we're going to kind of, and then we come to the sort of conclusion of our story. So let's start it from, and we're gonna run with the same emotions that we were able to capture on page 10. So let's run it from Ruwenzori. So you have obviously you have a very powerful line there on the bottom of page 10 from torture, the classmates would. So run it from that line, and then we're gonna keep right. We're gonna ride those emotions into our conclusion.
Torture. Classmates would in my hair, and I didn't know. Humiliated. You left before everyone became mean.
Never told me.
I couldn't. I have a lot of shame attached to my hair, and I'm ashamed of saying that.
How does it feel now?
Awful.
Good. You're feeling.
So are you.
Someone's living up to her name. There's a magnetism. Are you taller?
Ridiculous. Don't get all ancient Africa on me.
Tell me about oh, sorry, that's you.
Tell me about the inspiration.
I enter through a huge looking glass and steal the show.
Brave.
So are you.
Would you deep condition it and pick it up for me?
I'll teach you.
Philadelphia, you can unmute yourself to clap if you can. It's okay.
It's okay.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Beautiful, beautiful. I guess the only thing, just this because of me, I forgot to put it in there. You know how we have Ruwenzori twice. For the Ruwenzori ridiculous, don't get all ancient Africa on me. Pearl, you'll have a silence, but it will be a quick silence because it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I went there, but that was your playwright's fumble. Oh my gosh, you guys. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Deli. Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm not letting go of them yet. I still have 6 minutes with my actors. Okay. Let's run that for as much time as we have left, right? And so Ruwenzori, starting from your line again. From
Torture. Classmates would in my hair, and I didn't know. Humiliated. You left before everyone became mean.
You never told me.
I couldn't. I have a lot of shame attached to my hair, and I'm ashamed of saying that.
How does it feel now?
Awful.
Good. You're feeling.
And so are you.
Someone's living up to her name. There's a magnetism. Are you taller?
Ridiculous. Don't get all ancient Africa on me. Tell me about the inspiration.
I enter through a huge looking glass and steal the show.
Brave.
So are you.
Would you decondition it and pick it out for me?
I'll teach you.
yeah. All right, guys, you made Brandy break down twice. We're doing our jobs here. This is really good stuff. I'm loving it. We're bringing it alive. The characters are alive, right? We're feeling the emotions of every line, right? We're making Brandy's sort of world come to life, right? So I want to let's see, we have 4 minutes. We're gonna run that again, but Brandy, do you want to say anything before they jump right back in?
The only thing is, yeah, I just have to put that silence in there. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so the Ruwenzori ridiculous, don't get all ancient Africa on me. For Ru, don't jump, because there will be, I will put in, I will edit this, so it'll say like silence, but not in the silence that we used before. Obviously, I know we understand that, but I'm just saying it. But yeah, just a quick pause to check in on her because she's going to give you a look and then tell me about the inspiration. Yeah, that's it. But that's just because it's on there like that. So yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna run it again. And yeah, and then Jade, you're gonna so exactly what Brandy said. Yeah, you're gonna take between the ridiculous, don't get all H and Africa on me. It's a slight, right? We're saying it's a slight pause, right? It's not gonna permeate as long as the earlier one, right?
Exactly.
But there's enough to sort of let the lines sort of breathe each on their own.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So let's run it again. So let's run it again from the where you were from Jade, the line of torture the classmates would, and we're gonna run it all the way to the end again.
Torture. Classmates would in my hair, and I didn't know. Humiliated, and you left before everyone became mean.
You never told me.
I couldn't. I have a lot of shame attached to my hair. I'm ashamed of saying that.
How does it feel now?
Awful.
Good. You're feeling.
So are you.
Someone's living up to her name. There's a magnetism. Are you taller?
Ridiculous. Don't get all ancient Africa on me. Tell me about the inspiration.
I enter through a huge looking glass and steal the show.
Brave.
How are you?
Would you decondition it and pick it out for me?
I'll teach you.
Great. Yeah. Okay. Jade, that was perfect. That was great. Okay. I think each line, even though Brandy, you're gonna put that
Yeah,
in there.
yeah, I'll
Okay.
edit that and then I'll resend it to you guys so it's in there. Oh, and then you guys have notebooks, right? Pretty notebooks for your script. Okay.
Okay, we're in 159, everybody. I really see you. Thank you for giving me 2 hours of your time. That was awesome. We got through the entire script.
Ray
And-
Deli shared something.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, so I apologize. I should have had this to you all before rehearsal, but it's here now. I created a short little
Get
pack.
out of here. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Of course, just to give like some background information while you guys continue to refine this, but
This is
it's really sounding beautiful so far.
Okay, not gonna cry again.
Wait,
Wow.
where did
Wow.
you send it? I don't think I got it.
It's in the chat.
It's in the chat. I can also send an email with it to
Oh
everyone.
my gosh.
I don't-
Oh my gosh. Wow. This is so cool.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Like,
oh, I like
I'm
the
speechless.
font. I like the font.
I don't see it.
Oh no?
No, I can't. Like, there's nothing in the chat for me.
Oh, Philadelphia, can you repost it for Dania?
Or maybe because are you sometimes if you're like not on the app or something, you can't have all full access to.
Can you okay? Yeah, look at the chat again. See if maybe you were able to download or if it comes.
Nothing.
Up. You got it?
No, nothing is there still.
No, okay. Maybe just
I'll email it to
I was
you.
gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah, Philadelphia, can you
Thank you.
email it to?
Yeah, I'll send an email to everyone
Okay,
Cool.
thank you.
just
Thank you
to make
so
sure you got it.
Thank you.
much.
This is phenomenal. I'm really speechless. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
I mean, I know it's your job and all, but this is really cool. Really cool.
But before I let you guys go, so we'll see. So our tomorrow's rehearsal will be from same time. We're gonna go from noon to 2:30, and then my question for Philadelphia is when. So we have tech rehearsal. So when is tech rehearsal? We all have to be there. Can you talk to us about tech rehearsal on Tuesday?
So I actually don't know anything about tech rehearsal. So I think that would be an excellent question for the stage manager, McKenna.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they did send like a synopsis of like what the day would look like through email. Did you get that, Robert?
Yeah, I did. I got the whole schedule. Yeah, I got the whole schedule with it.
Yeah, it's basically they'll do tech rehearsal is cue to cue. So they'll since we don't have any, we're not moving the music stands, we're not miming anything. So ours will be very simple. Just move the stands or however we'll learn how to do that. And then I don't think we probably won't do the whole play. We'll just do maybe probably the beginning and end since we don't have any lighting cues or anything in between. And then that's basically it. So will probably be time for us since we'll be in person, maybe just to reiterate the story, or maybe we can each go over the packet together. But yeah, that's what it will be. Us, the actors, will be able to get into the space see what that feels like. And that's what the purpose of the tech rehearsal is going to be for.
Okay, awesome. Okay, well, I will see. I'll see all you guys tomorrow at noon.
Tomorrow at
Thank you.
noon.
This was great. This is great work, everybody. This is
Yeah.
really awesome. Thank you for all your hard work. I know 2 hours is a long rehearsal. So thank you for giving me your time.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Amazing. Oh my gosh. So excited.
Me too. Me too. The story needs to be out there more and more. And so you guys are, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Brandy. Thank you, Robert. And Philadelphia, thank you so much.
See you tomorrow, everyone.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.